A new year brings a new beginning. For all my listeners that own a business, I want to tell you about FedEx Office. If you are just starting or have been running your company for generations, FedEx Office gives you the best way to print marketing materials, posters, signage, graphics, and so much more. With FedEx, creating, editing, saving, and ordering are fast and easy. We are teaming up with FedEx and Podgo to bring our listeners 30% off your next order of $100 or more at podgo.co/FedEx. That's podgo.co/FEDEX for 30% off your next order. FedEx, the world on time. Welcome to episode 23 of Top Guy Theater. Today we're completing the trio of Saved by the Pod with Timmy C with his voluptuous suit jacket. I don't even know where to start with this.
Hey, it's a whole summer suit, damn it.
I love it. It's luxurious.
No sleeves.
Even better. And his Cincinnati Bengals swag in the background. Joining us as well, Brandy Wagner, Frank Bruno, Carl Mandick, Phil Jackson, as we get ready to watch one of the ugliest things wrestling's ever produced, UWF Beach Brawl 1991. Don't worry about trying to find it. I'm going to share it because I want to revel in this moment together. Is everyone ready?
No. And the guy that owned it died of cocaine overdose. So
in like 1997. Was it not late 90s?
Yeah, it was definitely in the 90s. Naked, cocaine, cowboy boots.
Very Elvis-like.
Hookers.
So now we know why Kolb's not here. Okay.
Brady's talking like she was there.
She might have been.
You imagine the cops showing up to that thing like, whoa,
Lots to unpack here.
All right, here we go.
It'll be like when Efren passes.
I love that they use Bob Backlund's yearbook picture from yeah.
And also, I did not know it was possible for anyone to be worse on commentary than Mike Adamle. And then I heard Bruno Sammartino.
And George, is it George DeYoung?
I believe you're right, yes.
The other thing
Craig DeGeorge.
Craig DeGeorge.
That's what it
okay,
was.
wait a minute. Okay, they're in some ballroom.
That's a high school.
That's
a Holiday Inn is what that is.
Oh, there you go. Nickelodeon Studios right there. Real quick. If you caught it right at the end, that was Nickelodeon Studios.
You're really excited about this.
I know I am. And Luna and the Black Hearts.
One of those guys would go on to be Gangrel.
Really?
Luna is not the most nice of women. She was married to the other one that was not Gangrel. And then now she's married to Gangrel. You can hear all this in episode 44 of Saved by the Pod.
Wait, weren't the Power Twins
all your favorite podcasts?
Mass Confusion, not the Killer Bees.
I was just gonna say, I love they repackaged the Killer Bees.
Right?
It's okay. Craig DeGeorge calls them the Killer Bees like 3 or 4 times.
Of course he did.
Oh, Bob Backlund's actually on this card. I didn't even know that.
They just show a picture of him.
No, here's the other thing.
UWF would do.
He doesn't even come out. Well, I don't want to give a spoiler.
The beers with Mr. Black.
But he doesn't even come out with him.
No, he does not.
Well, of course he's not going to come out with them. He's not going to be associated like that.
But then he beats up the. Man, this is so.
I like the graphic in the back. That's good. That's high quality.
Wet and Wild is. And then
that's definitely not a bed sheet hung up in somebody's garage.
Yeah. Wet and Wild, not a.
There's Carl's
water park.
Carl's what do you call it? Carl's unicorn there, the UWF Sports
Yes.
Channel title.
Does
Whoops.
that thing exist, and where is it in Conrad's basement?
Oh,
What
If he
TJ's
doesn't
not
have it,
saying-
I'd be shocked.
What TJ is not saying is right off to the right of his screen is that bed sheet.
I wish.
Literally, I will do like a John Travolta, Nick Cage face off and beat Clint from Hershey if he has it in his basement. You guys can put Clint's face on my face, and I will go in there and just
Carl,
mess things up.
I think
the ring
he's
use
banned
one?
now.
I'm
He's
gonna
broken
tell
too
you.
much
I'm
shit.
gonna tell you something. Don't fuck with Clint from Hershey.
Because he broke something when he was at the Conradison the last time.
It does. Clint from Hershey is a great man. Don't let it be told. I love Clint.
I've heard he's very
I mean, I love
Good
Clint.
dude.
You've heard he's very what?
no, very. Yeah, I just heard he's a good dude too.
He's a
And he
very
might-
good dude.
and he might be La Familia.
No,
Brian
he's
Rico.
not. By the way,
Oh, he's not.
he is not. He is not La Familia.
Also, what did Silva do that pissed Conrad off recently?
He well, I'm guessing he's still pissed about him breaking his rim.
No, I think something else has happened in the last week. 'Cause
He ate his
Something
churro.
else has happened?
Yeah, Conrad banned him on Twitter.
He
Yeah.
ate his
Oh,
churro.
God damn it, Silva.
Wait, are we talking about his churro or his churro?
Well, I'm guessing if he ate his churro that way, he probably wouldn't be too mad.
This is probably the most normal Herb Abrams ever looked.
Herb, clean your nose. I can see the white powder.
You literally can.
Like he's super not like energetic here, but as the show goes on, he's almost into psychosis.
Oh, so that
Like, I'm
means
ne-
as soon as he's done here, he's gonna go.
Like
In
yeah,
case
they
you
said
were
he's
wondering,
in and out of the bathroom all this pay-per-view.
the guy that's interviewing him is now
Oh.
like a head at one of the networks.
Is he really?
He is. I was
Is
looking
it-
that up.
Is it the cock?
Is it what?
The
Peacock.
cock network?
No, it's some sports thing. Whoever bought Sports Channel. He's
He's up at Comcast, I believe. Oh gosh.
maybe Comcast.
Yeah, I think
it-
Comcast ended up buying that sports channel. There he is.
Oh, there's the worst announcer ever.
Oh my lord.
And Craig
And Bruno
DeGeorge.
San Martino.
I love that we did the opposite of each other.
DeGeorge
So-
is WWF, right?
He was
Right, he-
86 WWF.
Yeah, that's all right.
His real name is Craig Minervini.
Dayor.
Yeah, Minervini. He's based in Miami, Florida. Is the host of Marlins Live and the former host of Panthers Live.
Here's the problem. Craig DeGeorge at WWF, backstage interviewer. Doesn't make him a great color commentator.
Mm.
I'm looking at Brian Rico right now to see what his.
I love that they're wearing tuxes for this.
Well,
announcer.
there's 72 other people in this building that aren't wearing tuxes. So
It's a big damn deal.
Dude, when they
they-
said. No, go ahead, sir.
when there's more people behind the curtain than in front of it, that's a problem.
Look at him with his arms all.
So according to Wikipedia, there were 550 people at the show.
Bullshit.
I don't know if that includes the grip for everybody.
That has to
Bullshit.
be including everybody behind the curtain, and even then, I don't think they broke 150.
The ushers. Yeah. You'll see here in a little bit during the street fight.
The,
Here you go.
The
You
cocaine
wanna-
dealer outside that hooked them all up, as he even counts.
All right, so do you want to do over under what? Were there more people in the arena, or was the buy rate higher? Did more people buy this?
I'm
I
gonna
j-
go
I-
in the arena.
I just saw it, so I'm not going to answer that.
I
I'm gonna
want
go
to say
buy
more
rate.
people in the arena.
I'm gonna go buy rate.
Well, I don't
Who
think
the
you get a
fuck
buy
bought
rate if
this?
that few people buy it. So
I can't believe they're allowed to have this buy rate. Like
0.0.
Not
I
quite.
think.
It's pretty
Hurry up,
close.
spit it out, Mandic.
Oh, zero. Oh, I'm sorry. I was saving it for TJ. 0.10. So
That's like
maybe-
300 people.
And the attendance was. It says it's 550 on Wikipedia.
That's
There's
I
no-
think
bullshit.
that's grossly overstated.
Well,
Alright,
maybe it was 72 paid.
That's it.
That could be
Everybody
it.
else was comped.
It's like
All
a
the friends
damn
and family.
TNA show in 2005. They let everybody in. It's an overflow
Hey, you're just
crowd.
hanging out in the parking lot. Come in, sit down.
Wasn't that? I remember it was Efren said it was a sellout of 750 people.
Yeah.
So
It's crazy.
the thing is that's really wild about this too is that what a grudge San Martino. I mean, I get that this is amid the steroid trials starting to maybe telegram. Dr.
Yeah,
Death looks pretty good.
There are rumors going around.
Right, there's rumors. So I mean, you've got Andre the Giant showing up in UWF. You've got freaking Bruno distancing himself as far as he can go. Why is Dr. Death here? How is he not?
Can we turn his promo up? Come on. One of the great promos in wrestling history.
The motivating factor here tonight. We know that Bam Bam slid into this championship with
You guys
Cactus
hear it?
Jack bowing out of his
Yeah.
match.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
motivates you?
Oh my
What
God, it
will bring
worked.
You over the top?
You know something? Looks like everybody's got to go behind me.
Fix
or
the
step me in
tracking.
back to get to the top.
Yeah, we're not doing
Well, you
that.
know
I can't go
something?
that far.
I'm standing on top of the world.
He's already blown
UWF,
out.
New Japan, All Japan, everywhere around the world. That when he walks in a room,
This is great
everybody
quality.
knows that
He is a great case study
excitement
on
in there is gonna happen. Now, Bam Bam
e-
Bigelow, that's
everything
right, there
you
ain't
would
no
want in a wrestler. He
surprises.
had it. For some reason, he
One-on-one,
just couldn't get over the
whatever it
hump.
takes. An
I'm
arm
sorry.
drag,
I would like a
varmints
promo
carry,
in my
put you
wrestler.
in the guillotine. Right. 1, 2, 3 in Oklahoma Stampede, Daddy. That's what it's gonna take.
Steve Williams should not be
Words
saying
from a
daddy.
strong man.
Nope.
He says it
Who's
a
gonna
lot
win?
in
You
that
decide.
promo, by the way.
And there'll be no stabbing in the back.
He is not.
Did anybody catch that?
He's not
Is
luscious.
he gonna
right now.
is he gonna win? You decide.
You decide.
What?
Vote now.
Rock the vote? What are we doing
You
here?
didn't- No, it's the predecessor to Cyber Tuesday.
I forgot about that. Oh my gosh. Totally forgot about
I
that.
thought it was Taboo Tuesday.
Whatever.
It was Taboo
Thank you,
Tuesday and
Phil.
then Cyber Sunday. Because then
We're
Then they
not here for
realized, wait.
facts.
doing a
We're-
pay-per-view on Tuesday's dumb.
We're here for my opinion. We're not here for facts.
I'm
Please
I'm
forgive me.
excited.
I mean,
This-
Timmy is the star today.
No, I'm not the star. Can't you read?
His name
I'm
definitely
not
says Timmy
the
C,
star.
not the star.
I'm from Alaska. You think we know how to fucking read up here?
It's a fair point.
I'm from Kentucky.
I know. I would say, wasn't
Also fair.
wasn't that Undertaker Hulk Hogan rematch this Tuesday in Cave
Tuesday
City,
in Texas.
and this Tuesday in Paducah, Tuesday in
Something like that.
how far are you from
Here
how
comes-
far are you from Cave City?
Cave City. That's is that up by Mammoth Cave?
It's kind of it's in the Louisville, Lexington-ish.
I'm about 3.5 from Louisville.
Okay.
4.
Holy shit! There's a snake on her. I didn't even catch that.
Holy
The fuck?
That snake is trying to get the fuck away
Yeah.
too.
The only way they had the budget to get that had to under Jake the Snake that he lost
No,
long, along the
that's
way.
Luna's pet is what that
Yeah,
is.
probably,
What's sad is that snake is the only one with the realization that it needs to leave the building.
Yes.
Now where's Palmetto? It's outside of Tampa, right?
Yeah. Have you not watched this?
What the fuck?
It's
was
about-
the point of that.
They're burning
know-
the snake. It's about 45 minutes outside of Tampa because they try to sell you that the show is in Tampa, even
Oh
though
my
it's
lord.
45 minutes away from Tampa.
I just wanted to see where it was like.
Because
Well,
they
it's
are
good.
live from
That's
the
Scott
Manatee
Dickinson.
Civic Center.
How that's not a shirt? My gosh.
I don't know. It should be. And now
Oh.
that you've pointed it out, we can put Nickelodeon on it. I'm sure they'd
Ugh.
be real happy.
After
Here's
after
my
they're done here-
snake.
after they're done here, these guys are gonna go rob a 7-Eleven. It looks like.
Look at this guy. This guy has the worst job of all.
He looked like the dad from License to Drive.
I was kind of thinking he was trying to go for the multiple gimmicks DDP and failing.
Those masks are great, by the way. They're just matte black.
Those
Nope.
might have been.
We don't want anyone to know who we are. Thank you.
Those might be more believable, even though I love this match. WrestleMania 7 of the model and Jake the Snake.
Correct.
Those would have been more believable. You can't see through those. I love that match.
So do you think this is why Luna was married to one of the guys and then wound up married to Gangrel. Because maybe one night at the hotel, they were both in those masks. And she couldn't tell.
The old switcheroo.
She said, "My God, your penis is so much larger."
I need the hot tag.
Oh, yeah. I I love when we're watching the opening match of a pay-per-view, and the most.
All right, pay-per-view. You're using it very loosely.
I know, but the person I can recognize the most in this match is referee Scott Dickinson.
How about if you didn't even get on the main card? There was a dark match here.
Who that was Boris Zukov, right?
Yeah, it was Boris Zukov.
I was gonna say, I hope Colonel De Beers wasn't in that.
No, he'll be on later. Don't worry.
Oof.
Yeah, that's what I said when I
He's
saw the
he's a
promos.
special breed piece of shit. Like
Absolutely.
we did a deep dive on him on one of the AWA shows. What the fuck is
I
going on?
think that was Team Challenge because I wasn't here.
Yeah, it was Team
What
Challenge.
on fucking earth?
What, you didn't like the Heart finish?
Is
That
that
was
what that was?
like a retarded version.
It was
of
the Heart
attack.
Foundation. Yeah.
It's
Hey, do
just
you
the
know,
way it got
is that
slowed
Rey
down
Mysterio?
was Stupid.
Junior or senior?
All right. Here's a good. This is actually fantastic. Does anybody know who the final UWF women's champion was?
Was it still Rockin' Robin?
Women's world champion.
Candy
Was it
Divine.
Rockin' Robin?
Nope.
Moolah.
Nope.
Harvey Whitman.
I will say this much.
Herb Abrams.
Mae Young.
Colonel Red, what are you done to me? No. I will say this much. We got to see them nip with baby in the bikini contest. Nip slip.
Jacqueline?
Jackie.
Wow.
Chocolate
Those
titties.
did you say those Nesquiks?
Yeah.
What the hell?
You know what? I should probably.
I feel like that's racist.
Well,
You
no, because
probably
there's
need to pull that
strawberry
back.
Nesquik. There's a lot of different Nesquiks.
Well,
Hey,
I'm
Tim-
hoping she doesn't have light pink titties. That would be weird.
Hey, Timmy, Colonel De Beers is on the show, so racist is
Boy,
par for the course.
That would be weird.
Yeah, but
I
we're supposed to
mean-
make fun of the racism, not enhance it.
So for some reason, I don't know how this happened. Even when we had Efren on, somehow the Polly B episode got more off the rails with sexual stuff than we ever did with Efren. So I was
That's because
feeling,
we're used to dealing with him.
yeah, that's true. So I was feeling,
Oh,
don't
it'll get
know.
off the rails. Don't worry, I'm sure.
I was feeling awkward about the Polly B episode. Then I listened to your guys' last episode, which was TNA. It was a Turning Point 05
Amazing.
No, against all odds.
against all odds 05, and I felt fine after that. I'm like, okay, we're good.
Should have been called against the ratings, all odds.
As soon as you guys start off with pubic and Publix, I'm like, yep,
Cubics.
we're in for a good one.
Oh yeah, I tweeted that. I
Oh,
totally tweeted
yes.
that. Like I
did. I retweeted that.
He gets me once or twice. That he's crazy. He's nuts.
We record tomorrow, and we have a couple of really good shows. I think getting ready to go into the can.
Did you say shows or Joes?
Shows.
Oh, okay. Because I figured Efren got the
Efren
Joes out.
follows Joe's into the can.
Okay.
Again, and I told this to Paulie, even to sound like a broken record. I love, and you guys all do this in your own each individual way, but like just one that I always use as an example is you guys were talking about it was going back to one of you guys were in music, and Efren just goes, yeah, I still have a case of TMJ. I had lockjaw from a bad night of ecstasy. No, seriously, I do. It was like 20 years ago. And just like even those little nuances, those are great. Like everybody puts in their own little like little. And I agree with you on Rey Mysterio. When you guys are going through Elimination Chamber, I'm like, all right, finally, somebody.
Here's the thing: is the reason our dynamic works is because we're three completely different people.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If I am, and we aren't really three different people, but our characters are three different people. Paulie is going to play who he is. He's the straight guy. He's not controversial in any way. He is vanilla ice cream is what he is. And then you get me. I'm the redneck that will say whatever comes to mind, no filter, that kind of deal. And then you have Efren, who is the complete opposite end of that spectrum. He is the gay guy that is full on fabulous. And I kind of resemble that. Like, I'm so far on the other side of the spectrum that we almost meet at the fabulous part. But it's great. And honestly, it works because we're great friends outside of the podcast. We've known each other for, well, we're approaching 2 years now. And before we even met each other, I mean, we've told the story, on our way to Huntsville, because we were part of the Huntsville 18. Efren messaged me and was like, hey, I don't have shoes. And I'm like, well, guess what? I'm at a mall. Tell me your shoe size and I'm going to bring you shoes. And I brought him shoes. I mean,
that's awesome.
Wait, Efren didn't bring shoes?
Efren was supposed to have shoes drop shipped in Huntsville, which why would you ever try to drop ship anything in Huntsville?
Okay, what drop ship is that, like overnight? What is
he? Yeah, he ordered them like 2 days ahead of time. It was like, hey, I'm going to be in Huntsville. Send them to Huntsville.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then they canceled his order that day because that's what happens to Efren. And then he messaged me and was like, hey, I know I've never met you, but I don't have any shoes. And I'm on an airplane right now.
I brought no shoes to Jacksonville.
Oh, don't get me started on Carl and the goddamn shoes. He brought 6 pairs of shoes for a 3-day trip.
Maybe 7.
Were any of them flip-flops?
No.
No respect then. Sorry.
So you know how they have the WrestleMania, and in almost every WrestleMania, there's like this 15-person tag match with every person left on the roster who just doesn't have shit to do.
Or the Battle Royal now.
Yeah, that's pretty much the show.
Makes sense.
Although 15's an odd number, so I don't like that for a tag match.
It's a 7-on-8 match. It's a handicap 15-person tag match. I would so watch that.
It's the Nexus and the Core against John Cena and 14 randos from the audience.
Well, we missed the end of this match. It was terrible.
They actually had a finish because every single finish on their first 5 TV tapings were all DQ.
We are live in the Manatee Civic Center.
Why do you know that?
Florida.
I don't know. Here's what happened. When I discovered this was a thing, I was in Vegas. It's like 2015. I just broken up with my girlfriend. I went on a.
Gee, why would she break up with you?
I know, right?
He's researching UWF while he's in Las Vegas.
I spent 15 hours. Like, I went on a bender of figuring this out because I was so confused. I'm like, wait a minute, that's Bill Watts territory. And then I'm like, wait, there's a different one. So when I saw it was on season 2 of Dark Side of the Ring, I lost my shit. Like, I was so excited. Like, get past the Snuka one. Let's just get and that's why, I mean, this lineup that they have now, I saw they just announced 2 more. Some people don't want to know.
Yeah, one second. I'm sorry, Carl. I don't mean to interrupt you. The guy on the left, where are his nipples?
It's a great question.
Yeah,
they're very little.
That is a good question.
He's the opposite of John Studd. He has no nipples.
No nipples.
Well, didn't they put in Hulk Hogan's hair after maybe they did that with his nipples? They just took them out. They
airbrushed him.
Yeah, I think Herb was like
his nipples, like he had gigantic, just silver dollar nipples, and they were like, "What now? Remove it. Just get it out.
Get that out of there.
Get those areolas out of there."
This guy's like a half-ass announcer because after 3 matches, Herb Abram just dubs over him. It's great.
And the best part of it is when they get to Blackjack Brawl, the announcer there is even worse. He's like, "Here comes
Johnny
Ace.
Oh yes, shit just got real.
Oh God, look at that hair.
Johnny Ace weighs 254. My fat fucking ass.
Frank, do we now have a different view of Johnny Ace after our late night? Oh no, you left. That's
Frank's not here.
Wait, Frank's not here. I thought Frank was.
He disappeared.
Here.
I don't know where he went.
Oh,
By the
I got
way,
a very different view of Johnny Ace after.
you'll get the size
There
of the
he
crowd.
is.
You'll get the size of the crowd here during this match.
Yeah,
Because
look at this. Look at this nonsense. They build Johnny Ace at 254. They're billing Terry Bam Bam Gordy at 253.
Yeah.
Also, they spell
Bam
bad
Bam's
streak
pretty
with
slim
one
here.
D.
No,
Yeah.
he's pretty slim. I might buy that.
Yeah. Full disclosure, there's a slumber party here, so I'm
Yes.
I'm monitoring
Are you
things.
starting a business
What?
at your house that just hosts slumber parties? 'Cause it
Go
seems to be
wake
happening all the
Efren
time.
and Polly up and tell them that Swords and Sandals is over with.
Wait, were you? Hey, Frank, were you there for the Laurinaitis discussion?
Just now?
No. After, no, when we
Jesus.
were off the air, were you there for when Kim was talking about Johnny?
No. Oh, no. Remember, I was. Remember,
you
I had
had a
that
migraine.
pounding. Yeah. I got out of there as soon as I.
My
could.
head looked like that. It hurt too. I was talking about Mandic, though. It's okay.
No, I knew that was I was at first. It didn't even say that's how dumb. That's how thick this fucking six head is. Sorry.
That's why I have a hat on.
I've been good about not swearing actually on the sexual innuendo.
Oh, by the way, what are we on swearing? Because they told me I had to stop swearing on my show. So
Full bore.
okay,
Go for
good.
it,
Good.
brother.
we are.
Although, TJ, did you ever take out my bad word last week?
You had one.
No.
Well, I swear all the time, but I said I made a reference to the area between a man's balls and asshole.
Oh,
Taint?
Oh, that one.
taintle.
No, I said chode.
Why did you want me to take that
Is
out?
that a bad word?
You told me you can't say that on YouTube.
I said I don't
No,
know that.
we can't see
Oh.
that on YouTube.
Yeah, I said you can't
asked if
see
we
it.
were gonna- You
Oh, I
asked
thought you
if they
said
were going to
say
do
it.
that on
We
the
were-
show.
We were
Dude,
talking about things Mike Kolb was going to wax on me.
I'm so dumb.
Dude, no. I thought he said say as well. I thought that's why we were cutting it right there.
No.
And then you said taintle.
Listen,
No, we can't show it.
this is
on YouTube.
what.
Yeah, I don't want to see it. I just thought you said you could.
So we were talking about areas of meat Mike Kolb can wax for the AWA inmates belt, and somebody said my taint, and I said I can't show that on YouTube. Like, hold on, guys, let me cup it. All right, Mike, go ahead.
Cup it.
You could blur. You could blur that.
Stop it.
The blue dot. Just
I won't have to. There's enough hair down there. You won't be able to see it anyway.
Phil just hit it. Yeah, what they were gonna do with Christian, just do
Yes,
the blue
his
dot
face,
over his face.
Blue dot.
Speaking of, I was manscaping before this show,
Well done.
Oh.
and there's a certain sponsor that goes by that same name that really needs to reevaluate the skin safe blade.
Did you get something?
You get a snag?
Yeah,
Right.
it took 2 ace bandages to cover it up.
All right.
Oh.
I mean, are we talking butterflies that like the pimple ones, or did you need like a?
Like 2 full, like if I broke
it
my
sounds like
arm.
They put a,
Oh.
It sounds like he had to put a wrap.
Timmy,
So-
I'm glad you said that, man, because that happened to me the first time I used it.
So
But I never said anything.
Your testicles look like an injured cartoon character from
No,
Metro
no,
Goldwyn in the 1950s.
It's not the
Nip- I'm
not
gonna
the
go nipple.
beads, the Frank. The Frank. has.
Oh,
How'd you get the
Oh,
beats about the Frank?
He's
That's
trying
why-
to put over his gimmick, guys, and he's
That's why-
failing at it.
That's why I
Oh,
had
no,
to
mine
use
was the
2 ace
beans.
bandages.
Mine was the beans.
yeah. I was
Mine,
gonna say
mine
that.
was the beans. That was so sad.
When-
That was
when-
so sad.
When it's also supple down there, I mean, the 3.0 may be better, but the 2.0 ain't getting the job done.
This is already my favorite thing I've ever talked about.
I
on
mean,
the show.
I mean, congratulations. You're trying to. It's like trying to shave Big League Chew. You know, good luck. It's impossible
What?
without nicking yourself. Without nicking yourself. Like I can get through and be like 99.9% done, and then be like, ah, damn it.
Big League Chew?
I don't know. That's all I can think. I don't know.
What the fuck? Oh.
I don't know what
I-
to do right
You
now.
might need to see a doctor.
Yeah.
I
Do you-
manscaped.
Do you know what a scrotum looks like, Carl?
Yeah, it's like 2 bags of sand.
Get Efren back on. I bet he knows.
I manscaped when I was in the Air Force. I haven't since.
Right.
Why?
Why? To which part?
Did like your superior officer check that or?
No. Because the amount of PT we did, it helped cut down on like rashes and stuff.
Yeah, but the shorts they gave you for PT had the little, the swimming trunk thing inside. So
not at first.
Oh, Johnny Ace is fired up, guys.
When I first went in, I still had the marshmallow suit.
Wait, Timmy, did you? I was unaware. Did you serve?
Yes.
Oh, thank you for your.
Oh, or Johnny Ace has tried to kill himself.
Oh my God.
That was gnarly.
Oh my Lord.
I wish he would have.
Did you die? No. Okay, I'm gonna punch you.
So, yeah. I mean, I'm Timmy S from the Air Force. He's Timmy C from the Air Force. We've actually.
Hold on. So TJ, how old are you?
I'll be 36 next month.
Then you should have totally had the. That's ridiculous because when I first joined, and I'm older than you by a couple days, they had the ball hammock.
Yeah, I ended up getting those.
You when you joined the Air Force, they just give you the shitty ones.
Yeah, I had the marshmallow costume. When did you go in?
What is the marshmallow
96?
costume?
Oh my!
I went in June of 04.
Then they screwed you on that deal.
Yeah, I got the marshmallow. So Frank just asked what the marshmallow costume is. In the old Air Force PT costume, I just said costumes again. Uniforms. It was I don't know, it's like super shitty white gray T-shirt, and it just said Air Force on it, and the shorts were the same exact thing.
Well, so when I went in, the Army had a gray shirt that said Army, and you had these 1984 NBA shorty shorts.
They still have those
with a ball hammock. No, they went to black before I got.
Oh, they did. Yeah, you're right. They did.
And yeah, it was not the greatest, but I didn't have to manscape.
So you don't. I'm gonna again personal questions here, but do you not wear underwear when you're wearing those things?
I did.
I did. You wear those lovely brown ones they give you.
I also wore compression shorts when I got the nut huggers after that.
And you still had to
the Ranger panties. Listen, not all of it was necessity, so I just like to do it.
Do you have George the Animal Steel's back in a leg lock or something?
No, I just have George Animal Steel's back.
Oh my God.
Wait, Timmy C, where were you stationed?
Well, I was in the reserves, but I went through training at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Oh, okay, yep.
And God, it was fucking hot.
I was to say we were trying. That came up last week. Yeah, I know. Actually, know where that is for some reason. There was a really bad tornado.
It's in the middle of nowhere.
It is. You're right. Yep. Yeah, we got sent over.
I did basic in San Antonio, Texas, from June to August.
That's hot.
Oh yeah.
I did the physical to join the Marines. I failed.
I did the physical to do it, but
there's a story. I have asthma, right? So I did everything. I completed all the tasks. I got all the marks I needed, but I had an asthma attack at the end, so they disqualified me. 3 months later, 9/11 happened.
Well, here's the good news. You had the physical during or you had the asthma attack during the physical and not after they had accepted you.
Exactly. But, I would have finished basic right as 9/11 happened.
That's funny because my service elapsed 6 months after 9/11. And then about 3 months after that, my unit got activated and went to Iraq for 6 months.
So you did not have to go to Iraq, or you did?
I did not.
Oh, because you were wow.
I was out. Yeah.
Holy cow!
Hold on, we're getting ready to see the crowd.
Wait, what the hell is with a chair set up like that?
Also, another WCW referee, Billy Silverman, is in this match.
Oh my Lord!
Oh, we missed it. Damn it!
They went in the crowd
into the gigantic crowd.
They did. We were talking over.
Oh, he's going back into it again.
Well, I like
going back into the.
He
looks like fucking
Bobby Eaton.
Bobby Eaton, yes. Or Ricky Morton.
He looks like Ricky Morton and Bobby Eaton had a baby.
Yep.
The one that gets me.
You could have called it Ricky Bobby. Yes.
Oh.
The one that gets me is like, think about all the legacy at the MGM Grand Arena. I mean, Halloween Havoc to Tyson, Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, go down the list of fights, and then UWF Blackjack
What
Brawl.
is he doing?
And
What
Double
I
or
have no
Nothing. Don't
idea.
forget.
Oh, here
Oh,
you go.
Double or Nothing.
Here
There
you
you
go.
go. Double or Nothing. Yeah. Was
There
that
you
the
go.
one where Omega got put through the poker
What
chip?
are we
Yes.
watching?
I don't know. He
I
was
don't
doing laps in the
know.
crowd.
What the fuck was the point of that? I don't understand. What?
And Johnny
Do they-
Ace was like sitting in the ring.
So they
All
can show
right,
the
let's be
massive
honest.
audience.
What's the point of any of this?
That's a good
honestly?
point.
Yep.
That's
I
fair.
don't know if anybody caught the Kings t-shirt the kid was wearing right there, but that was a big 91 movement because that's like everybody changed to black and silver. Kings
Is it-
changed, White
Yeah,
Sox
get that
changed.
chair again.
This is before the dynamic dudes, right? Or was he? Or did that already happen?
This is after.
This is after.
Dynamic
There-
Dudes debuted in 89, late 89.
Well, Jim
All right.
Hurt.
Okay. All right.
yeah.
Okay.
80.
The
No,
reason
no,
these
wait,
two
wait,
are matched
really?
up is they used to fight in Japan a lot.
Well,
So
that's
they
Yes,
knew
it's-
each
a
other.
lot.
See, here's
A
what I
lot.
don't understand, and somebody please fill me in on this. These guys were like, Dr. Death was doing great in All Japan. All Japan was really hot right now. Why aren't those guys over? I mean, and the thing that is the most, one, mind blowing that Herb Abrams had a store called "I'm a Big Girl Now." That blows my mind.
Tremendous.
That-
That's my favorite part of the story.
that when they started the documentary with that, I'm like, oh my gosh, that would never fly. But the fact that he went to a fan convention when fan conventions weren't really a thing and just sold people on air, he had nothing. Like he just sold them on.
He said his top star was Bruiser Brody, and he was dead
Yeah,
for
and his
some
booker-
years now.
And his booker was what? Blackjack.
Oh, here you go.
Logan?
They're gonna show this.
Oh,
shit again.
God damn.
And here's why I'm
Backboard.
laughing at the "I'm a Big Girl Now" store name. I'm not laughing because I think it's funny. I'm laughing because it's so just
Ridiculous.
emboldenedly stupid to just, hey, I'm going to make a clothing store just for these people, but I'm going to shit on them before they walk in the store. It's just mind blowing.
It's out of Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah.
Like literally Thurman Mount. Yeah. Let's see if it's still there.
Oh, they're probably doing this because they have breaks. Like when they go over to work Japan, they're over there for months at a time. So they're probably just home right now.
I would have loved to hear the conversation.
Because
With
Japan
Dr.
back
Death.
then and now works very much on a tour based. Like they'll work for 3 months and then there'll be a lull of 3 to 4 weeks where there's no shows.
God, her Raven's jacked here.
Is this Power and Glory?
Power and
Yeah.
Glory Hole.
Oh,
I love it. Yeah.
Who is this?
Power and Glory Hole.
Yeah.
Power
Oh,
Twins.
the Power Twins.
That's what I said.
I would have
Or
loved to
Glory
hear
Hole.
the conversation between All Japan and then Dr.
they-
Death, Johnny
That-
Ace, and Terry Gorey. Like, hey, we're on break. We're going to go wrestle for the UWF, just so you know. And they're going to be like, who?
You got a fly swatter.
Yeah, I was about to say, is he?
Because you're getting ready to go against Mass Confusion.
Oh,
Nice.
Not the Killer Bees,
Yeah.
oh,
That-
where
Now-
where the fly swatter gimmick might work,
I would have loved
but it's Mass Confusion.
if they would have called the team Mass Confusion and then in parentheses said not Killer Bees.
They
They
should
look
have
like-
called this pay-per-view Mass Confusion.
I agree.
They really want to
Guys,
get
look at
ahead
my
of the time.
pussy.
Whoa. Good turn.
Yeah, it
It
was,
doesn't sound happy.
He's
I would
not.
say they could have gone with Mask Confusion Transit. Oh no, Mask. No.
Do you know what else would help this this team name out? If either one of them were wearing masks.
Well,
They
they're
will,
dressed
don't
up
worry.
Like the Killer Bees too.
Of course they are.
That is like their ring gear.
No, they're
isn't-
dressed up like cheetahs. That's cheetah print on their ass.
Why couldn't they just be like the Angry Bees?
Speaking of which, hopefully the snow lets up in the south. Poundwater Dave can get back to.
Oh, get the
making
Oh,
fuck
something
out of here.
he's out delivering flaming hot Cheetos right now.
I don't want to hear about
They
it.
got like 1 inch of snow.
That's
We've
a
gotten-
lot in Mississippi.
We've
I
gotten
know.
dumped on up here in Indiana.
Yeah, same.
They
here,
don't know
Illinois.
what to do in the South. They're like, snow, what's that?
TJ, what part of Indiana are you in?
I am actually, weirdly enough, I live about 40 minutes from Mike Kolb. I'm right at the southern tip of Lake Michigan.
Like
Lives on the
Terre
tip.
Haute?
That's real far south.
No.
South Bend is like an hour from me. Notre Dame.
Were you? Did you live anywhere else in Kentucky, Timmy?
I grew up right outside of Cincinnati, obviously.
So like where the Oceanarium is, and like the airport.
Oh, what?
What the hell's an oceanarium?
I don't know. It's like an
You're
aquarium.
making shit up.
We went there on an 8th grade trip. All the way like.
You probably went to the Newport Aquarium.
Okay, is that in Kentucky?
Yes, on the other side of the river.
Is the airport on the other side of the river on the Ohio?
Yes.
All right.
It is in Hebron, Kentucky.
Yes.
I grew up in Williamstown, Kentucky.
Okay.
I
love
like a half hour south. Have you ever heard of the Ark experience?
Yeah, dude, I have. I did a story on that. I covered that when I was working for.
Okay, well, the owner of that fleeced my hometown into like giving him $10 million for that bullshit.
Dude, yes. I gotta find that story because they redid it.
What is happening?
So they built it. They built literally. This guy built Noah's Ark.
Jesus Christ.
Yes,
and was putting 2 of every animal. Like it was the craziest.
Mandic is actually not full of shit at this point.
Yeah, it's the craziest story. Like my boss goes like, he's like, hey, do you mind getting out the door a little bit early today? And I'm like, yeah, no problem. I'm like, where am I going? He's like, you know that Ark thing? I'm like, the Ark. No, what are you talking about? He's like, they're building Noah's Ark. And I'm like, okay, are you speaking in tongues? What are you saying to me? And so like, he finally spelled it out. And I was like, not big Castanenzo style, but like spelled it out. And we went there. And that was the crazy. So, okay, now I know.
You went there?
Oh, yeah. I went and I covered all those.
So you've been in my hometown.
Yeah, I went to all the local businesses and about like how it was bringing people in. And they were like doing gangbusters. Like the little general store. There was like a soda jerk fountain. Like it had like it's like an old school type of thing. And what's it got? 3 stoplights there? 2?
2.
I got y'all beat. I got 1.
Let's say because
you live in Alaska. The whole state has 1.
Hey, I know dogs are colorblind though. How do your dog sleds know when to stop and go?
It makes us. It has the flashing moose sign. Like if the moose is moving, that means you can go, and if the moose is not moving, you can't go.
Okay.
See, the town I'm from, Fish Lake, Indiana, has 4 stop signs.
I always felt like again, moose should be under the radii and cacti. Plural.
Oh, it should be moose eye.
Moose eye. Or my.
It would just be my.
a herd of my.
It's a herd of my.
Moose-dom.
I'm going to write that down. That's a good band name. That could be Efren and I's Flock of Seagulls cover band. Herd of my.
Herd of my.
Herd of my.
But yeah, the guy who built the Ark made his money with the Creation Museum, which is about an hour away, which basically just tried to dispel any sort of, science and said, no, creation is the way that we got here.
I remember, dude, I had to stay overnight in a Cincinnati hotel because they kept me there because the next day Bill Nye went there to like make
the science guy.
Yeah, like make a big, I don't know, like crash the party type of thing for their ribbon cutting event.
So Bill Nye was cutting the ribbon to the Ark?
No, he is like really big into the Big
Evolution,
Bang Theory.
Yes.
You're right.
So he was going to light it on fire?
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
Brandy, what in the hell was that?
I might be a little bit of a pyromaniac. I can't help it.
It sounded like you just like.
I just thought you were drunk.
No, I'm actually dead sober.
You should fix that.
Nah.
So, Timmy, I wanted to tell you that I think the game between Tennessee and Cincinnati this past season was one when I realized how good Joe Burrow was, and it was also the game I realized that our defense was in fucking serious trouble.
Yeah, I was surprised. Not as much as when we routed Pittsburgh on Monday Night Football, but
That
We
was
don't-
my
that.
favorite.
we don't win many, but we win the ones you don't expect us to win.
Yeah, I mean, we were 5-1 going into that. I thought it would have been a nice bounce back game, and Joe Burrow lit us the fuck up. And I don't know. Like, I mean, that cost two. I know Jonathan Joseph got cut the next day because they're.
Well,
I don't know what the hell was going on.
By the way, we had drafted him like 13 years before that.
Oh,
Dude,
that's right.
He's been
That's
there
right.
forever.
That's right. I mean, Cincinnati's one of those teams. Cincinnati and Cleveland are the teams. Like, I always am like, I want to see these guys. Like, these are the underdog stories. I want to see these guys do something because
I want to
I
see
mean,
something happen in this match.
Mine's
Well,
the
We might be
Chargers.
waiting longer for that.
Don't worry, when they start going into mass confusion mode, it really picks up.
But
Mine's the Chargers, and isn't everyone's the Lions? Like, doesn't everyone want the Lions to do something?
I
Everyone wants the Lions
no,
to do
I
something,
hate-
Yes.
See,
I know
hate
you
the
hate the
Lion.
lot. I know you do, Carl. They're in your division, but
Detroit still has a football team?
They do.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's pretty. I mean, see. Here's the thing, though. Like now they have what Jared Goff as their
Now they have
quarterback.
Jared Goff.
Oh,
But-
well, what an upgrade.
I
Yeah,
know.
but
I
but-
know, but he's a hell of a. They got so much younger there.
but it doesn't. Stafford's trying to get. He's trying to pull like a Kawhi, LeBron type of thing to get Kenny Galladay and all those receivers to the Rams, so that they're like
Why?
loaded.
The Rams
Why?
have good
Galladay's.
receivers.
I mean, Galladay's decent. I mean, at least
Here's
to have.
the thing. You sucked in Detroit. What do you want to be? Suck South now?
Yes.
Mhm.
We suck
He
West
wants
Coast.
to suck and be warmer.
I don't think it's gonna. I don't think if Stafford wanted to go and try to win a Super Bowl, he should have wanted to go to a place like Indianapolis.
No,
As much as I hate the Colts, that defense. Is
dude, the
good.
Rams defense. I will take. I'll take
I-
Aaron
Carl,
I
Donald,
agree,
and
I
I'll
agree
take.
with you. I'm sorry. When you're anchored by DeForest Buckner, you're good. Although,
And
what am I
Cam
talking
Akers,
about? You've
like,
got you've got
Cam
you've
Akers,
got,
Jonathan Taylor.
You've got Darnold. What is
Yeah,
it?
I mean Sam Darnold. I mean,
Not Sam. No,
Aaron
Donald.
So
Aaron
I
Darnold.
guess it's a bad argument. Yeah,
This
I,
match
um,
has been going on for 40 minutes. I swear
This-
to God.
Are we doing wrestling or football?
Yes.
Yes, both.
Oh.
Okay.
I was so disassociated from the season. Like, this is the first season I didn't watch a game, and I was at work and somebody said that the wild card games are going to be on Nickelodeon. And I didn't believe them, so I looked it up and I was like, "Oh shit, the Bears are in the playoffs." Look at
When
that.
I
That's
I
what
s-
the Bears said too. They said, "Oh,
Yeah.
we're in the playoffs." Oh shit, never
Yeah.
mind. That,
We lost
that
3 in a
ended.
row and still make the
That was
playoffs.
quick.
Look at that.
that trick play works to Mims, and they win that game.
Here's what's fun, Carl. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh.
He said, "Who's Mims?"
He was the guy that we did. Frank, remember we did that fight on the show. That was that sucker punch game against the Saints and Bears. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Mims like turns around and he's like, "Well, everybody saw the first punch, so might as well hit you again." in the
Boom.
Yeah, and I didn't understand what any of that was. Like,
Stupid.
I still don't understand why people try to punch you when you've got a fucking helmet on. Like, what
That's
is the point of that?
Well, that's why the whole Andre Johnson and what's his face was a good fight.
What, Cortland Finnegan?
Finnegan when they
Oh,
took their
yeah.
helmets off. Dude, that was
Yeah.
Well,
straight up.
it was a good fight until Andre Johnson actually got his hands on Cortland Finnegan. Then it wasn't a good fight anymore.
Oh, I love Cortland Finnegan. He was a
You
I was
would.
just- of course he was a Titan, and that my thing with that is
The
he was
douchebag is
scrappy.
what it was.
He was scrappy. He was small. He wasn't supposed to be there. So he was a good corner because he was scrappy.
No.
But that
Like
day, you
someone
gotta-
saying they like Richie Incognito.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. No, get out of here. Incognito.
He's like the
He's not-
NFL's Derek Harper, like,
Get out of here.
or James Edwards. There's one
He's like
reason
the
why he's in the
NFL's
league, and you know it.
MJF.
There you go.
Didn't
That's perfect.
Incognito have something to do with that whole
Bullying.
bullying thing?
Yes.
Yes.
Like, that's not Cortland Finnegan.
Well, he didn't have something to do with it. He was
He
it.
was it.
He
Yeah.
was it. That was the.
All right,
it.
I'm going to get a beer. Y'all finish this match.
Give me one.
No, the match will still be going on.
Okay, well,
This match is almost like as long as Halloween Havoc at this point.
Wait, Buddy is reporting in from the field. Halloween Havoc 1998 is still going
Still
on.
going.
You know what's weird is I went and looked at all of our episodes today, and both the YouTube version and the audio version, and like Halloween Havoc 98's in our top 5.
Oh yeah.
That's weird.
Why do people hate themselves that
I don't
much?
know. And then like Fall Brawl 95 is like number 5.
I really wish people would stop sleeping on AWA Team Challenge. God, that needs to have more views.
God, that was so
I
bad.
wish I would have come
So
back for
bad.
that
Do
one.
you?
I'm so sad.
Well,
I missed it.
unfortunately, Carl, you were there. I think for the pre-screen the night before, but didn't
I was
actually
there
watch it with us.
I was there
and-
for whatever. What did we do before that?
What did we do before that? That's a good question. I'd have to look, but I am sharing the screen
Because it was
it's
something
literally
that
whatever episode was before that one.
it started to like generate like maybe we should do it. Maybe we should. It started to get. By the way, Phil, this special anniversary for you.
They just put masks on.
This week,
my God.
30 years ago was Sid's 5-star match in Phoenix.
Yes.
God, I'm so glad. Today is the 1-year anniversary of the day I adopted my dog. I thought you were going to go with that, but
There's been
That's,
like
oh, okay. That's much better. Okay, think of it that way.
there's been like 3 kicks to the dingling on the show so far.
Wait, I'm sleeping. I miss kicks to the ding ding.
Yeah.
now
The
I
ding
get
ding.
now I finally get the gimmick. Mask confusion. They put the mask on. Now you
I
don't know
think
who's
that's
who.
Jim Brunzell. He definitely just
Jesus.
kicked that dude right in
Wait
the
a
dick.
minute. They are wearing masks.
Yeah,
Yes.
Wait.
they
They
crawled
put
under
them on the
rings.
outside.
They were actually under the ring. They put them on, and they came back out. Now you can't tell who's who.
I love like what's the advantage here?
Had Herb Abrams caught wind of that hunchback idea, he'd have been all over that.
Dude.
You can't pin him.
That's the thing, like their gimmick is, oh, we put masks on under the ring. Okay, what does that do exactly?
By the way, the guy that was originally hurt is the one that winds up making the pin, so it's completely ass backwards.
Okay, so Carl, the episode before AWA Team Challenge was Royal Rumble 94. With Barack.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Yokozuna Undertaker ascended.
Yes,
one
he
got- that-
ascended.
Was murdered.
Live
became a
He
fart.
ascended to
Rhode
heaven.
Island.
He
The
fucking
best
killed.
about that is like after you guys debated that, I'm like, Barat, can you explain to me? Did you say you're burning the bodies?
Yeah,
of
that
the
was a
dead?
very odd moment in the show.
Yeah. No, I had to ask him. I'm like, did I catch that right? Did he say burning?
Because I think it was the beginning of this or middle of the show. We're going over the car. Barat was like, "We didn't know what a casket match was. We don't have caskets, huh?"
That was actually also the show I was talking about before we started recording today. That I missed the first like hour because I was trying to find my dog.
Oh, that's right. That was it.
Yep.
He's like, "Yeah, we burn our dead." This is a fascinating. I'm glad Barat's here. This is fun. Actually,
I
that
love
was
it.
one of the more fun shows we've done
Yes.
because Barat was there to give his perspective, both Indian and Australian. It was really kind of mind expanding.
Brat, we know you're watching at some point. We'll have you on again soon, buddy.
We
Yes,
have
we-
to. We love
We've already
Barack.
booked your next show. It's going to be you and Joey Carr.
Oh.
Candy Divine. Why are they listening to women's weight,
Oh,
by the way?
yes.
Well, she was only
I don't know.
123 pounds on the moon.
Yeah, I mean, she. I mean, she shouldn't be embarrassed. That's not the point. But I've never seen that before.
Yes, she should, but mainly because she's on a UWF show.
Well, I mean, yes.
Yes.
Hey, if I remember correctly, aren't they in AEW? Aren't they announcing the women's weights now when they come out?
No.
But by
I
the
remember
way,
somebody said Rio was 98 pounds.
Well, that's
oh
because
my
they just
God.
talk about the fact that Riho's 98 pounds.
If you're under 100, they announce it.
I think the
They're
only
like,
woman I've
get
ever
her
heard.
help, please.
The only.
Rockin' Robin's so hot. Go ahead.
Okay, Frank, settle. The only woman I know of I've actually heard their weight when they get announced was Nia Jax. And I
Did
don't
you
know. I
just
don't
say
know. If they,
Rockin' Robin's hot?
he did.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
I think I've always thought. she's
Do they have a
sexy as hell.
rehab for that?
I've always thought she's sexy as hell, and I will say she did, of course. She is the person that has done the worst.
Oh, hit from
WrestleMania.
behind.
I don't
Worst
mean to.
WrestleMania national anthem ever.
Correct.
I
Way bad.
don't mean to I'm not trying to shill or change the topic. They posted name that theme 1 minute ago. I literally went out on there immediately, and this guy had to beat me by 0.00001 second. Somebody go and listen to it and tell me it's not the easiest one they've ever posted.
I can't. I don't have a phone.
Oh, Frank, you'll hit this one and say somebody beat me by like literally, and I couldn't. Matt and I were convinced the other day that was Intrust Bank Arena and not Barclays.
I love
Damn
that.
It.
This is 2021. Timmy C just said, "I don't have a phone."
Yep.
And no one did a follow up. Why don't you have a phone?
My brain was still processing that.
I was letting Carl finish his thought.
No, wait.
Well, why would you do that?
Fuck Carl. I assume you're charging your phone.
No, I don't have a phone because Verizon is a shit carrier. I had a phone that was 5 months old. Thursday night, it died while I was sleeping. I did nothing to it. It just died. Friday morning, I was at the place when they opened and said, "Hey, shit's dead. I need a new phone."
How'd that go?
Well, we can send it to you by Monday for free. I said, "Well, is there an option where I can pay and you can get it to me quicker?" "Oh yeah. Give us $21 and we'll make sure it's there by Saturday." By the way, today is Saturday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have no phone. They took my $21 and sent me an
you still
email
have no
that said it'll be there by Monday at 8.
Yes. Broken business problems. Or
then I want my money back.
broken business promises is what I wanted to say.
They gave me my money back, supposedly. It hasn't actually happened yet. And then said, "Hey, we can give you $25 more because I said, "No, give me a phone. Tell me what store I need to go to pick up my phone to replace the phone that died after 5 months."
Phil, you want the softball here? Give me the phone. Do you want to just hit give me the belt?
Oh God! You know what? Why don't you give me the damn belt?
Why did they just do a catapult in the middle of the ring?
Why did they just catapult her? Yeah, why did they do the catapult?
They're gonna do it again.
It's a women's match. She's gonna Boston grab her.
So yeah, Timmy, did you?
Oh my God, that's got to be the worst. I could do a better Boston crab than that bullshit.
That's not even a Walls of Jericho. That's
at first it looked like it, but she flipped.
Maybe it's a 2021 Walls of Jericho.
Trust me, I know Rockin' Robin's way more flexible than that.
By the way,
rest in peace, Rockin' Robin.
TJ,
oh wait, she's alive.
Right, because Carl tried to kill her.
This should interest you. I'm sorry.
What kind of phone do
you
have?
He tried to kill Sam Houston too.
I had an iPhone.
Oh, I am very surprised that it died after 5 months because I am a huge proponent of Apple.
Me too. I've never had issues.
Yeah, so that means the problem is not Apple and it's not Timmy, it's Verizon.
So
I can tell you right now that the problem is Verizon because I don't have a phone in my hand.
Dude, are you going through
no,
it's kind of nice, right?
No.
No. Okay.
I like it when I'm like going on vacation and it's planned and I have everything set up at work that they don't need to text me, and that's nice. When it's a friggin' Friday in the middle of a snowstorm and I need to be texting work.
True.
That's a problem. So I'm working off an iPad that, by the way, it only goes to Wi-Fi. So if they text my phone number, I don't get that message. Yeah, that's a problem.
I'm going to just hit mute here on the old Blue Yeti.
So TJ, you made that comment about Chris Jericho's shitty Walls of Jericho earlier. And I've come to I don't want to say a realization, but a decision about Chris Jericho.
He needs to go away. That's the decision.
Well,
bye.
Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho, the performer, the wrestler, I love him. Chris Irvine, the human being, is a piece of garbage.
Chris Jericho, the performer, is not even that good anymore.
I mean, as far as contributions and everything he's done, but Chris Irvine, outside of wrestling, I've learned so much about him in the last 2 months.
Yeah, it's not been good.
Yeah, it's not any good at all.
But if this version of Chris Jericho was around in 1991, he would have been on the show.
Now, I'm going to throw this one out there. And just as I'm going to use an example. We know that Jordan's not the best guy. Yet his shoes still sell and, everything like that. Walter Payton has he's the man of the year on and off the field for his contributions to the community. I mean, he was worse than Tiger Woods in infidelity, beat his wife. I mean, he was not a good. So it's like, it's hard. But Phil, no, what I'm saying is I agree with you. What I'm saying is I struggle with revisionist history now knowing what we know. It's like, man, now how am I supposed to feel? Like I don't want somebody to tell me how I should feel, but it's like I don't know how I should feel.
By the way, that was a better match.
What am I missing here? What?
That was a better match than Gordy and Johnny.
And I think it's Chris. Is it Chris Irvin?
Chris Irvine.
What has he done that I'm missing?
It's a lot of it's political, so I really don't want to get into it.
Well, it started with him performing at Sturgis, and then acting like it was no big deal, and then they directly traced it to like 40,000 cases or whatever it was, something bizarre, way too high, and then it was just slowly downhill from there. Actually, we just found out. I'll say it, Phil. I'll say it for you. We just found out his mother-in-law and his wife were at the Capitol insurrection, so fuck them both for that. And don't get me started on the insurrection.
He also gives a platform to crazy conspiracy people who are spreading misinformation and lies.
Yeah, so
I like those from time to time when they were like out there, but it seems to be a common
there's
thread.
a difference between like the alien dude on TLC and like someone who just says crazy shit and then people actually listen to them and do it.
I wanted to get this guy's name out here forever. When anybody gets any free time, put in your Google machine Joe Firmage. I actually spoke with this gentleman.
Frank.
I spoke with this gentleman for about 20 minutes at my previous job. And he is probably one of the most craziest people I've ever talked to. You want to talk about crazy? The government, he actually was a multi-millionaire CEO of a company, but he says the government took all of his money when he discovered that after the aliens had visited him and gave him the information to build technology that will change the world, the government didn't want him to do it.
Timmy lifted the glasses. That's how you know this is serious.
Color me curious. I want to hear more.
By the way, can we get some Mike Kolb on here because Mrs. C is here and she'd like to have
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
let me see. Hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna put her on mute. Let me see if I can.
Mandy, get a hold of him.
I was gonna FaceTime him.
We've got Colonel De Beers on here, so we don't have anything else to do. So
right.
Correct. He's busy getting ready to beat up a black referee.
For no apparent reason.
Well, no, he tells him, I don't want a black referee refereeing my match.
Stop it. He did not say that.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So I feel like Mr. Black, the guy with Colonel De Beers, the Mr. was just a formality they added on there to not sound as racist.
That's fair.
He was the Virgil of the UWF.
Do you think if they just called the referee black, they're like, that's a little too on the nose? Let's put Mr. in there.
Yeah.
Let's put a Mr. in front.
By the way, Colonel De Beers in such great shape here.
Yeah, he's looking stellar. He just kicked him.
I just kicked him in the fucking face.
And it wasn't because he was getting ready to tell him he submitted. It was because he was black.
Timmy,
yes.
Would you like to mention anything to Mike?
Mike, are you on the call?
I am here.
Get on the Zoom.
I'm in my car.
Do you have an iPhone?
I'll call in. Hold on.
I did your Zoom from the truck.
He's calling in.
He's calling in. Was it like Dusty Rhodes Against All Odds 05? now available from Say by the Pod.
He's calling in.
Colonel De Beers has that Yeah, I don't even know how to describe that. He
So
looks
I
like,
mean, they're playing off the Nelson
God.
Mandela. Yeah, they're playing off the Nelson Mandela apartheid
Oh,
type of thing.
he's stomping his head.
he looks like,
And
Like
people
the-
want to get mad about Sergeant Slaughter in 91.
yeah, no shit. But he looks like the dude that just left the Army surplus store and had $40 in his pocket.
I do like now is that
Calling in.
uh-oh.
Mrs. C is
Now,
here.
now,
She's
now,
waiting.
we've had some famous wife moments in just some of
Did
the
you say
the
famous
show-
white moments?
wife.
Easy there, Colonel De Beers.
Yeah, I know, right? Carl.
All right, Mike Kolb's here.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Dun dun dun.
Is
You
Timmy
about to
C
get-
talking shit again?
Yeah, you're about to get your ass in there, Kolb, but not from Timmy C.
Come here.
From who?
Sorry,
What is
Mike.
up, fuck sticks?
Oh,
That was
hello.
I can't hear anything.
Oh.
Who am I going to get my ass kicked by?
Mrs. Timmy C.
Oh, I already heard her run her mouth when I called Timmy C.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
I want to put the rest of us on mute and let you two just go at it.
Go for it.
there's nothing really to discuss. I already heard what she had to say. Unless she's got something new, I'm game to hear it.
Oh, Lord. You fucking sent shit to my house. You. Mm,
Did you say Lort?
She did.
I was
did.
going to no sell
I
it. but-
did.
Okay. Is that like Malort? Because Malort's delicious.
We talked about that already, and it's not.
I don't even know
It's
what that
delicious.
is.
It's whiskey filtered through your grandma's purse.
That's I will that'll be the next thing I send to your house is a bottle of Malort.
Is
Yep.
that a Burberry koozie?
No, it's a Bengals koozie.
Oh.
He's not that cool.
Is that a Burberry?
My benefactor didn't give me the koozies.
I was gonna say you've been doing so much review on clothing lately. I just didn't know.
Yeah, you've been the fashion eye on Say by the Pod lately.
Correct.
I'm sorry, what?
When MJF floats the boat for you, you got to get on the fashion.
Fashion and Tim is not two words I would use in the same sentence.
I mean, I'm looking at him right now, and he's
Pretty
Pretty-
fashionable.
pretty sexy, I would have to say. I have to admit.
I wish she would.
I mean, I
This
can
is-
talk to you more, Tim, if you'd like. Just to
By
fill
the
that
way,
void.
we let Mike off the handle real easy.
We did. It's depressing. By the way, Mike is the same guy. I'm guessing he does business by my house because he'll take a picture of like the exit to my town with his finger in front of it every other day. That's all it says. It's
Well,
just
he has a
it's-
beautiful ice cream truck, though.
It is definitely not every other day. It's probably once maybe a month that I've driven, and it's when I drive out to the lake house.
He and Timmy C. He actually drove by my house once, took a picture of it, sent it in the group chat, and then Carl was like, "Oh, that's the house Pazuzu lived in the documentary about that serial killer from North Carolina."
Have you seen that? Have you seen that one? Have you
No.
seen yeah, they did some bad stuff. I can't. That is the most embarrassing moment. I don't get embarrassed easily. I have never had that stomach like I'm like, oh my god, because Mike. could
You
not
do a
affect me-
show with Mike Kolb every week. What are you talking about?
Well,
That's
not
one of the
anymore
most
because he's got one in the oven. So he's like, I'm
yeah,
out
Mike's
on Friday.
Mike's been backing out, and
Yeah.
reason
No, he just
understandably.
he just looks pregnant. He's not actually pregnant.
This is 100% true.
I just
Mike-
realized who Colonel
See,
De
you
Beers,
look pregnant. We know.
Yeah.
the Colonel De Beers body. I just realized what it is. It's fucking Jake Roberts in '96.
Or Mike Kolb in 21.
No, he's got way bigger pecs than Colonel De Beers.
Mike,
I got a bigger gut than De Beers does.
I was gonna say 4.5
Those are
Portillo's
called
chicken
moves.
sandwiches right now that you
Did-
could eat.
Can I ask you a really stupid question? And I don't even know why I'm asking it, but I'm kind of a glutton for punishment. Did Meltzer rate these matches? Because I kind of
was
hope he
wondering
did.
that.
You know what?
I kind of hope
No
he
such
did.
thing as stupid questions. Only such thing as stupid person.
Well, I'm definitely a stupid person. We all know this. This has been well documented.
Well, if any of them got over half a star, then
So when Mike Kolb pranked me again, I'm patient zero. I'm pretty sure with the pranks. I should have seen it a mile away, and I did not because I'm a moron. So he told me he was going to buy me a poster. I didn't know what poster it was because like everyone else was getting gifts. I didn't get a goddamn thing. So actually, in retrospect, now I realize I got this glitter bomb because I was being a little bitch.
And I didn't get a gift either.
So
I got 3 of them.
Phil Jackson, my gift is on your wall right freaking now.
No, I'm not talking about you.
I get a package one day, and I'm walking in the house with my wife, and I'm like, "Oh, this is the poster Mike Kolb sent me. It was this big." My wife is standing behind me, going, "There's no way that's a poster," and she was right. I opened it, and fucking glitter just flew over my house. But for some reason, in the glitter bomb, there was just 2 glitter penises.
Accurate.
I did not get the glitter dicks. I only got the regular glitter.
What was Hulk and Andre rated -5?
They had a 4.
There is one.
Hey, look at One Arm Orndorff killing
That's mean.
That's
sad.
Correct. What's your problem?
The complete opposite of that, and some, is rated in one of these matches by Meltzer.
No, there is not a 4-star match in here.
Got a stun gun.
I'm sorry.
I think it's a box cutter.
I'm sorry. You're right. It was very small. There's a 3 and a 4, 3 1/4.
What?
I don't believe that.
There shouldn't even be a 3 1/4 star. Have we seen it already?
And by the way, there's only one negative, and it was a negative 3 1/4 star, and that was Candy Divine.
I hate Dave Meltzer so much.
By the way, I just realized the only 2 refs they have is Scar Dickinson and Billy Silverman.
And by the way, De Beers is wrestling in sweatpants.
This is definitely. I saw the cuffs.
Real quick, is the map master here today?
Henry's not here.
No, I'm here.
Timmy, you got to hear this because obviously you fell victim to the selling your house prank. I only reached out to the top 200 realtors in your area, and you only got like 25 calls. I reached out to the top 200 realtors in New York City, Los Angeles, Houston, Raleigh, North Carolina, Jacksonville, Florida, and I feel like I'm missing one. All listing
New Orleans,
Henry's house for sale. It might have been New Orleans.
I can't wait to actually meet you. I'm gonna give you the biggest hug.
I'm probably gonna have a
hug,
joke.
or did you say hug or tug?
Hug. No, Efren will give the tug. I give the hug.
Okay.
I'm up for whatever.
That sounds like a pretty good Robert Kraft
You
service. dog.
haven't met
Hugging-
6'5" Efren, have you?
Holy shit, Efren's 6'5".
He wears a size 14.5 shoe.
Jesus Christ.
Who's taller, him or Paulie?
Efren.
Efren is, because I know
Paul,
Taulie's tall.
I think Paulie's like 6'3".
I did not know any of this.
By the way, Paulie, great man, very nice. I went. All right, so I'm going in to say about the pod history. When he got the gig with Conrad, Say About the Pod almost ended because Paulie did basically everything. There was editing and all that had to be done, and Paulie did it all. I showed up, half lit. Efren showed up, and Paulie did most of it. Well, when he got the ad-free gig, he was like, look, I can't do all this. Someone's going to have to pick this up. And I picked up some. Efren picked up some. So I had to go to Paulie's house for a weekend. I flew to wherever in Pennsylvania he is, Quaker country. He's a lovely man. He never did he get mad. I took a shit in his master bathroom.
Wow.
Well, he did ask me to shut the door because it was 3 a.m. and he and his wife were trying to sleep. So
that's fair.
Exactly.
That's
so,
fair.
But no, he's super nice dude. Efren, not so much. But
We're watching the Blackhearts again.
I was about to say,
yeah, they come. They're doing an interview segment. They're really trying to get these guys over.
Luckily, Top Guy Theater is in no such trouble because there's no chance you'll ever see me hosting anything on ad-free shows. So we're safe.
Me either. It's okay. I'm definitely not.
Is now the time when I
C-star.
Mike,
is
I
now
will
the time
say,
when I
we'll
tell
go-
you
we'll
who I'm.
com- yeah, I would say who you got coming up.
Go ahead. Well, so as you guys know, we just did the first one in January, the pre and post show for Royal Rumble. We're doing a pre and post show for Elimination Chamber, and Paulie and Lauren backed out, so it's just me. And I
Maybe they
jokingly
backed
said,
out because it was you.
Yep.
well, it worked out in my favor because I randomly texted Eric and was like, "Hey, you want to do the pre-show with me?" Thinking there's no way this guy's going to say yes. He's like, "Sure, call me Sunday morning. Let's go over the details. We can do it together."
Mike, I got to ask you this. He seems like he is just like almost always up for whatever. I feel like it seems like lately people just ask him to do random shit and he does it.
If he's doing anything with Mike Kolb, he is up for anything.
Yeah.
Trust me.
This is accurate.
He may be like Herb Abrams level on cocaine at this point.
Who, me or Eric?
Yeah,
Eric.
What is that guy? Oh, okay.
That's Ivan Koloff.
With Mr.
Yeah,
Red.
the guy in
He was
Well, the guy in front. I'm like, who is that?
bad knockoff on Ox Baker if he just threw out his.
It's
That is actually Bobby Eaton at this point.
that is actually
I thought-
Bobby Eaton.
I thought that was the son of Jimmy Valiant and Dustin Rhodes.
No, that's Hobo Percy Pringle is what that is. That's Mr. Red.
So real quick, are you guys okay if I rib Bill real quick?
Yes, of course.
Okay. I'm jumping on my Wi-Fi, so it might take a sec. All right. So,
All right, I'm
Bill,
ready.
I think I heard you say, "Oh, you haven't gotten a gift yet, right?"
Well, hang on. Gift? No. Your GoFundMe? Yes.
Okay. Aside from the GoFundMe, you haven't gotten like a prank gift though.
So he owes you one, is what he said.
Well, no. Phil is the one person I'm never gonna, because I've already been on the receiving end of a hormonal Phil Jackson text message, and I want no part of that ever again. That's my
That was a one time.
by the
only-
way, nice sweatshirt, asshole.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot.
that was a one time only deal, and that was but without getting too much into it, that was kind of a loss of control on my part that has been fixed.
It should be mentioned that I've been to Mike Kolb's house twice because he was nice enough to, update my computer for free as long as I bought the shit for it. Both times I went to his house, he was wearing that hoodie.
Oh, dude, I wear this all day, every day.
So he smells like shit. That's what he's telling us.
It gets washed 3 times a week though, which is why the lettering's falling apart. And I'm always wearing like fresh
Well,
shirts
that-
underneath it.
That's why Eric agreed, because you're wearing his shit.
That's
By,
fine.
by the way, Mike, I'm not trying to knock anyone. I don't think there are too many people who could have kept a straight face with Tony Schiavone and said what I said to that man. So, hey, at
What'd you
least I
say
have
to
my
Tony
best.
Schiavone? Don't make
Oh.
me hate you.
Oh God! So I lost this bet to Mike, and I don't even remember what the fuck the bet was. It doesn't.
Why don't
matter.
make bets with Mike?
Yeah, exactly. I'll never do it again. But he wanted me to say to something to the effect of, has anybody ever told you that they fantasize about you while on the road or something like that? And then after Tony responded, I was supposed to say, well, do you want to hear my fantasy about you? Or something really close to that. I switched it up just a little bit so I could say it in a way where I could, kind of put my own spin on it so I wouldn't laugh. Because I said it exactly the way Mike wanted me to say it, I could have kept a straight face. But basically I was like, hey, Tony, I know, you got a lot of road stories and stuff like that. Did you ever have anyone tell you like about a fantasy about yourself? And then he's like, no, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, that's really cool because me and my wife fantasize all the time about you announcing us, while we're having sex in the bed right over here. What would that sound like?
You
I want
realize
to point
that-
out that Phil still lost the bet, and Phil's got to replace it because he totally watered down the punishment.
That was not watered down. That was just
Yeah.
reordered.
You were supposed to tell me you fantasize about having sex with Tony.
you
No, he did
realize
not say that.
you realize that he's met Efren, so it's not a big thing.
But what was that meeting? What was that interaction like?
It was fabulous, as Ephraim would say.
Yeah, I would think so.
In person.
Fabulous.
I just remembered also, I didn't just get glitter bombed because when I got my computer back from Mike,
You got the shit bag?
no, I turned it on, and I actually did a reaction thing on Twitter for it, and my background was two well-hung men having sex with each other.
Oh, that's right. That picture got brought up.
That's like getting glitter bombed by Ephraim.
Yeah, very close.
I had to
The
warn
worst
him.
part was they were on a bench of all things, like a wooden locker room bench, and one looked very confused.
Well,
Like,
it's
I'm
because
not
he had
sure why I'm
splinters in
here.
his ass.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this is word for word on my phone. Text from
Nobody
Mike.
cares.
What he
Why
wanted
are
to say.
why are
No,
we
'cause you
watching
know I'm right. You know
UWF
I'm
at
right.
this point?
His what he wanted me to say was, Tony, when you were on the road, how did you react when fans would tell you they fantasized about you?
They
And is it
didn't.
okay if I share my
They
fantasy that
didn't.
involves you, my wife, and I? How is what I said any different?
Because I was implying your fantasy was you three having sex together, and you changed it to you announcing us having sex.
Literally in the bedroom on the edge of our bed. I made sure to mention that, like in the room with us.
I would like to think Tony would have his own WCW-esque booth off to the side.
That would have been great.
Tony has a great
Why
sense of
is this
humor.
so-
He
no-
would no sell the shit out of
There will be
that.
no makeup bet for that, Mike. I fulfilled my
You want that bet with like JR. That's who
No,
you
no,
want
no.
that
See,
bet with.
originally he wanted me to
Oh,
say
God.
that shit to JR, and I refused. I said I will not say that to JR, and I will not say that to Eric. Bischoff.
Because Tony's way too cool for that.
Yeah,
JR
trust
would
me.
get on a plane and burn your house down in the middle
No,
of the question.
exactly.
No, he wouldn't. He would be like, "What are you doing, dumbass?"
Yeah, something like that.
Leave it at that.
I refuse. I'm like, I am not saying that shit to JR.
You're gonna get the best response for that from JR, maybe Eric, maybe.
And
Eric
there
would
was,
actually answer it though. JR
Yeah.
would not.
there was literally no way in hell he would get me to say it to Arn Anderson because I get spine busted to hell.
Arn Anderson's reaction would be funny also.
Arn Anderson would not know what you were asking.
I don't know. The first time we met Brandy, she asked, well, Brandy, you can.
Well,
What
the
do-
first time I met Arn, I asked him if he had any nicknames for his fans because Tony calls us slapdicks. And he goes, "Can you say that?" I said, "I just did."
Are you old enough to say that? Like, I was like, oh my God, what is going on?
Are you old enough? How old are you, Brandy?
I am 30. I'll be 31 next month.
How the hell did you end up here?
That's-
Because we're
A
all
lot
a
of bad
bunch of old
decisions.
fucks, except Mandic. Mandic's like 27. So
Hey,
Yeah,
Timmy,
dude, I'm gonna be 36 in August.
Timmy, how old do
holy
you think I am?
shit!
No, I
Who
was
said
part of
that?
ad-free
Phil?
shows.
Yeah.
Phil, I'm gonna go 39.
Ah, you're close. It's 38.
How old do you guys think I am?
74.
47.
Well, see, what year did you go in?
He's 96.
96 you went in? So 44.
I'll be 42 this year.
Okay, that was close.
So I was trying to add up. I mean, not that I'm like super, like.
That's
trying to
why I
figure-
surround myself with Efren and Paulie because I look
Okay.
way younger than they do.
Well, yeah, because
It's true.
Efren's like, yeah, I was at the Richard Ramirez trial because my dad was, what was he, a prosecuting attorney? And he had sent
No,
me,
he
like-
just took him to it.
Is
He
this
just
a
took
They
him
recap?
to
thought
it
it was going to be
because-
something to sit
Wait.
through.
I'm sorry. Okay, they're not even at Blackjack. Where are they now?
Catch a Shed just got split open by a surfboard.
Yeah, but they're not even at the.
Yeah, I was about to say, is this a recap?
They're not
No,
even at
I
the
believe this is
Manatee.
I guess
They're
this
back
would
at
be
the
like,
Holiday Inn.
Yeah, this would be their
See,
TV
UW.
taping?
By the way, somebody call that UWF hotline 1-900
420
I got it.
UWF.
UWF.
Okay,
Got it.
1-900-420 UWF.
For
That-
UWF.
420.
that
That's funny.
hotline. It was about to get more calls than it ever did while I was actually active.
UWF. It would.
All right.
420. That's hilarious.
Is that Coach from Mr. Perfect's old
It's not in
manager?
service.
Not in service. God dang it.
Bobby Eaton's in the shit here.
I can't like This is what I don't understand. That is Coach from Mr. Perfect Soul Manager. I can't believe, like, the amount of talent they have on the show.
Look, there's Bob Orton Jr.
And
What
it was
the
so
hell?
bad.
Real bad.
Real bad.
Real bad.
Ugh.
We're at the ballroom here in the Decatur Holiday Inn.
I was to say is,
and they're hitting him with a surfboard again.
There you go, Hotel
No.
Pennsylvania. There's a sign right there.
Okay, that I need to look up where the Hotel Pennsylvania
Was
is.
Paulie B there?
Probably. He's probably the referee.
Probably it's probably
Nah.
in the Poconos.
Paulie B was 47 here. He couldn't have been.
In the Poconos.
The Poconos.
That was what happened the last time Efren visited Paulie B, the Poconos.
By the way, that's a super. Well, it's not that expensive, but Hotel Pennsylvania is in Midtown Manhattan. It's a very old hotel.
So that's like their knockoff Hammerstein Ballroom.
Yeah, that's about. I
Except
thought
it costs more than the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Whoops. Combined weight 590.
Hey, you know what? It's across the state. You know what? Here you go. Here's a little trivia question for you. It's across the street from a famous Shotgun Saturday Night match.
Hang on. Well, I'm sorry, Carl. I didn't even interrupt you. This is the second time I've done this on this show. Wait one goddamn minute here. Cowboy Bob Orton, that's not Cowboy Bob Orton. This is like the Ultimate Warrior debacle all over again with his two warriors. That's not Bob Orton. He does not have a fucking cast. No, he doesn't have a cast on his arm.
But he is the second guy to have a vest or jacket on that says Ace on the back.
Where's the real Bob Orton?
Yeah, that's actually a really good point, TJ. Actually, I didn't
Hey, ladies.
Yeah, those are definitely hired. Those were hired for all
Wet and Wild.
Oh my Lord.
Stop it.
By the way,
now.
No.
Wet and Wild describes the antonym of what those ladies are right now.
Yeah,
they are dry and
arid,
mild,
dry and tempered.
Amount of Aquanet in that hair.
Oh boy, they've got a surfboard.
He's trying to surf in the ring.
Oh my God!
Who are they?
Oh no, that didn't just happen.
It did. It definitely did.
I mentioned during our version of this episode that there's no way I'm getting into a shark cage that's going to be lifted up by a place that only scored 72 paying people.
Nope.
You could lock me in it, leave it on the ground. I don't trust that you've hired any riggers to fix this.
See, we're going to hook this cage up to a pulley system that's going to get pulled up by Jason's 1971 Ford F-100 Custom. Three on the tree, and they're just going to sit there until the match is over.
See what I see it as. I've got steel cage challenge right here. I would see it as Herb Abrams just doing this. Oh, cage going up, cage going down, cage going up, cage going down. I'm just going to screw with you the entire time. Oh, you're in a little motion sickness. Here we go. And who was that guy? Who was that coach?
He was Mr. Perfect's manager in the early 90s.
Right.
He is a retired wrestler. I can't remember who he was. I knew it one time.
I think he was part of that tag team that we saw earlier with the black masks.
Hey,
he was Luna's original husband.
Oh, there you go.
I got an idea. Whoever's watching this show, the first person to give us the right answer on that gets a prize.
There you go. Free T-shirt.
There you
That's
go.
right.
Wait, what's the question?
Timmy C will show up at their house and
that too.
On behalf of Top Guy Theater and I'm Saved by the Pod. That's interesting.
Hotel Pennsylvania, by the way, across the street from Penn Station, where the Undertaker and Triple H had that match inside Penn Station with the escalator and the
I never would
tombstone.
have guessed that.
Set the Shotgun Saturday Night.
Mostly, I wouldn't have
I've
guessed
been
it.
inside Penn Station. It's a hole.
I mostly wouldn't have guessed it because I forgot you asked the question.
Wet and Wild, does that sound like a knockoff Crocodile Mile, or does that sound like something in southern Indiana, like in Holiday World? I don't know.
Oh, we're going to Santa Claus now.
Yeah.
Holiday World, Splash and Safari.
Wet and Wild
I
sounds
get
like
free
something
tickets
from
to Holiday
World.
World every year. It's awesome.
Hell yeah.
I'm closer to Raging Rivers, but I hear commercials for Howling the World all the fucking time.
Oh, Raging River. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my
I
god, look
live-
at that cage swaying.
It's like a little Midwest
Dude.
reunion here going on.
I live
I
an
know,
hour and a
right?
half away from Six Flags Great America, Chicago.
Well, I would say you go out to.
Well, then you
Magic
should hang
Waters.
yourself.
Even though it's wow.
Hey, Chicago.
Why?
My hometown. Mike's
Ivy,
hometown.
What's wrong with
Ivy
Chicago?
membership.
Chicago sucks.
Why?
My ex-wife's from there.
Oh,
Okay,
for-
that's fair enough.
That's
fair
not
enough.
that's not our fault. That you have bad taste.
Well, it is. You raised her in Chicago. So.
I did. I don't know her. What the hell, man?
Did you ever move there?
No.
Oh, you live by Chicago? Fuck your face. Like I didn't do anything. I didn't
Fuck
do
Is
your
anything.
face.
Efren back? I heard fucking your face.
I got it from him. He told me to say it in our Twitter DMs.
No, he asked you to say it in Twitter DMs.
Okay, by
He
the way,
said,
that cage.
please say "fuck my face."
That cage looks. I don't know if it's depth perception. Why it looks,
Rickety as fuck.
well, rickety, but low and just.
And it's swaying like
Well, I
Hey.
mean, as you can see, he's at the ceiling.
It's well, they're in a ballroom, so you've got about 8.5 feet to work with.
Well, how much does the Manatee Civic Center hold?
Way more than what's actually there.
Right.
That's the answer.
Hey guys, I think I found an appropriate sound clip here.
First, take a big step back
Yeah.
and, literally fuck your face.
I love that movie.
There are people that love that movie, and then people need to fuck their own face.
I love that movie.
Love.
lot.
Where did
Love.
that come from? That
I
sounds familiar.
Tropic Thunder.
Tropic.
Oh.
I had to watch it 2 or 3 times before I realized that was Tom Cruise.
Pan Pacific
Yeah.
bullshit. You're gonna have to get a binding resolution.
Yeah, the fact that Robert Downey Jr. got an Academy Award nomination for that movie is fucking great.
Yeah, he
Oh,
got.
shoot.
There was some backlash to that though.
Yeah, still, the fact that he even considered it is like, if no one told me, like if I didn't see the credits and knew that was Robert Downey Jr., I wouldn't have known.
Who was the Vietnam vet in that movie that had hooks for
Nick
hands?
Nolte.
Was it Nick Nolte. That's what
Yep.
that was tremendous.
I
was a garbage man.
This, by the way,
No,
God, that was 4 feet away from.
he could have handed it to him. He didn't even have to throw it.
he didn't have
Wait,
to throw it. He could
oh.
just been like, here.
Ugh,
Which one is in the ring right now, wet or wild?
that was terrible.
Oh my god.
do you
That
think
was terrible.
do you think Johnny Ace is watching from the backstage? Like,
I think that is
Oh.
Johnny Ace.
That
Oh,
was
God.
wild, by the way.
Which one's in the ring right now?
Yeah.
Wet or wild? I can't.
look at the doofus trying to surf, man.
The
He's
guy in the
someone-
orange was actually laid off by the Orlando Sentinel from the what was the USFL.
I thought it was Crush.
I thought it was Crush.
That's like if you order Crush off Wish. That's what.
That's-
Yeah,
that's-
exactly.
That's knockoff Crush. That's I can't think of a good nickname.
And
Here's
by the
your-
way,
Smush. That's
this-
Smush.
this long-held tag team's gonna implode right in front of us. They've been together for 3 weeks now,
What?
and Coach is the only thing holding them together.
Get him.
Let me out so I can get them back together.
He just jumped
Ah!
out.
He's like,
How did
F
they
this.
unlock it while it was still in the air?
He's like, suicide.
Meow.
Let me out of this friggin' match.
Fuck this.
You guys did a
Right.
really shitty job of locking the cage because he was definitely not on the ground yet and out the door.
Okay,
I thi-
he
he
wasn't
look-
gonna die even if he fell out from the top.
I would
Would
say
they
that's
lock it with a zip tie?
the only move he learned from Herb Abrams when he was about to like jump when all those chucks were bouncing and Talent was like ready to throw him over the frickin' where was that? That was I think it was in Detroit. They tried to run. No, I'm sorry, it was in Tennessee. And it was in the dark side of the ring where they were like they dangled him over like Suge Knight did to Vanilla Ice or whatever.
yeah.
Hey, by the way, the Manatee Civic Center, now the Bradenton Area Convention Center, literally has 3 things on Wikipedia. Beach Brawl, 1 year of the CBA, the Florida Stingers, and then the Florida Knights and Scorpions of the APFL.
What is the APFL?
I'm about to find out.
Wasn't there a Clash of the Champions or something for the Manatee Civic Center?
It might be the home of the very first ever Say by the Pod get together.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
stop
That
it.
would be Bradenton's really nice.
Don't tease me like that.
Yeah, that's a tease right there. No teasing.
It's a nice area.
I had no intention to ever going to Florida again, but I will go for that.
Yeah.
Well, there's 6 of you, so long as y'all pay like $14,000 a piece, we'll be there.
Or, I mean, we've already if the 6 of us just go and pay $20, we've already made more than the gate of this fucking show.
Correct.
So
if the 6 of you pay $10, it's more than the gate of the show.
All we have to do is abstain from eBay shopping on the show for 1 week, and we're covered.
We haven't eBay shopped on the show yet.
I've been on
shopping.
it. Yeah, I've been looking.
I have not been on eBay, but I've been shopping.
Before the show started, I was trying to find an eBay for the UWF Sports Channel title, and I cannot find it to save my life.
Because Conrad has it locked in his basement.
I have to tell you guys, since this show started, when this show started, I had 1 Funko Pop. Now, I have 65.
But you bought none of them on the show, so it's not our fault.
No. I bought a bunch of them on the show.
Hold on. Stop. Can we track this? I want to hear the tracking. Bruno gets crazy here, and they have to shut him down.
How they got here? Well, let's look at that right now.
Oh, okay, YTSUR.
This sound is
Just
way
your
off.
books.
Like 8 seconds off.
Like a lot.
Uh-oh, look at that big foot to the head. That's what you call a Bigfoot special.
You're like a minute and a half off.
How is this possible?
Lands on him. That's a King Kong press.
There we go. There's the footage.
Nickelodeon.
Flash tried to splash,
All right.
but Williams catches him in the air.
Wait, this might not be it. Hold on.
match.
Unusual manner. Looked like he
Look at all those people. Wow.
All 13 of them.
No. You can see the Universal Studio sign if you look.
Take away some of the punishment.
If you look straight ahead of it, if you went back, there was Universal Studios.
They were COVID before COVID.
God.
Oh, look at that social distancing.
Why do they keep showing clips of people almost getting murdered in the ring?
Yes, sir. Wow.
Why can't the audio get caught up?
I'm gonna let's
try
pause it.
refreshing it. Yeah, try refreshing it.
That's a tall order, Carl. I think.
No, I was
flirting with death here.
if I would have just sliced in spliced in.
That top rope
like
there we go.
Flash tried to splash him, but Williams catches him in the air.
And
What
then
the
he
hell?
What?
Oh,
Him on his
Jesus.
head.
They're not
Now-
asking the right questions.
Hey, they ain't paying for this shit. Turn that down.
And just throws him down. And he landed in an unusual manner. Looked like he may have hurt
Yeah,
his
on his head.
An unusual matter.
Yeah.
You're right. I thought
You
he tried
could-
to grab the stiff arm
You
there.
could close your
dead.
eyes.
Take
You could
away
close
some
your
of the
eyes right
punishment.
now, and you
And
could
he-
imagine
boy, he really is taking a
Gypsy
beating
Joe
in there.
and New
He's
Jack.
trying to do some offensive moves, Bruno, but obviously they're not working because Wild things just turning around.
He's trying to
Gets in
do
the
some
turnbuckle,
offensive
power
moves, but
slams
he's
him
dead
down. This
now.
could be
So
it.
that's tough.
He's paralyzed from the waist
Yes, sir.
down. The guy just kicked out of the Oklahoma Stampede.
Lieutenant Dan Ass Cream.
Yeah, but no one wins right now. I bet she's terribly angry. He can't get back in the ring as you would
That
like
is
to. Look
easily
at
the
him.
worst
A
version of
dozen
Bam Bam
guys
Bigelow.
holding him back.
This reminiscent of the Orndorff
He
and
was in
Dr. Death
Herb's
feud
stash at that point.
that had several wrestlers
I was
coming
mean the
out.
shirt.
Oh
the
my
shirt
God.
is ugly as hell.
Here on
Everyone get
Sports
down there to
Channel
catch him. You need him
Bigelow on the
more.
middle rope.
They're
You can
gonna
see
need more
about
people.
10 or 15 wrestlers, referees.
I like the
need
one guy in the
20.
back's like, I ain't getting in
That
that
might
shit.
not be enough.
I'm
There's
standing
a
back
good
here.
shot at Dr. Death, as you can
Hey,
see.
is that
He's
the
still
black
struggling
referee?
to get a Bigelow. He will get his chance, Bruno. He will certainly get his
Think
chance.
about it.
Coming up
Think
on-
about Bam Bam Bigelow going
All
on
right,
from
there
here.
you see the matchup. Long
right,
awaited for the
track that
UWF
down.
Sports Channel Championship, that $100,000
Hold on.
belt.
No.
Bam Bam Bigelow, Dr. Death. Here's the introductions from Frankie.
Okay, never mind. I thought we
think
were
about
going to
the-
get another Dr. Death promo.
Yeah, I was
It's at
hoping.
the end of the show.
There is another one at the end, yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
that's fabulous.
The
And not from Bam Bam, who could actually do a decent promo.
No, it's from Dr. Death.
Think about Bam Bam's got probably one of the top 10 most iconic ECW moments going through the ring.
Oh, it's top 5.
Mick Foley's gonna go on to have one of the most story career. I mean, like, could you imagine being at this point in your life and like, I'm done. Like, I mean, this psychologically had to be like.
He's been in the main event of Survivor Series by now, which I mean, it's not super prestigious, but.
Do you know how many guys this happens to, though? I mean, have you guys been to many very small independent shows and see who they will pay $300-$400 to show up? All right, I'm going to break kayfabe here. After Huntsville weekend, we paid Tommy Rich not even to wrestle, just to show up and hang out with us at a Tony Schiavone show.
That is amazing.
Now, we split it several different ways, but there was a group of about 10 of us that booked him. You can book these guys and they will basically show up and do whatever.
Hey, Timmy,
and it's not nearly as expensive as you would think it is.
So you're saying I can get Tommy Wrench on Top Guy Theater is what you're saying?
I was about to ask you, Timmy, how much does it cost when you split a value meal from McDonald's 10 ways?
I will say this, that the time, and while Tommy kind of screwed with a couple of us, I mean, he earned his money. He sat with us and, talked about whatever we wanted to talk about. I mean, but these guys would do that. I mean, that's what they know. That's what happens. You book a wrestler, you may not be booking them to do bumps, and you might get a discount for that. But like Conrad figured this out years ago, and he has the money to pick some of the top guys to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can book Ric Flair or you can book Bruce Pritchard. He turned it into an empire.
Timmy, what would be your one piece of advice if, or let's just say low key Big Hog weekend happens sometime, maybe it's not this year, it's next year, you went to the only one that's ever happened?
Correct. What
would be your biggest, like, okay, next time I would do this differently, or not differently, or like a piece of advice for a first timer going? Because I mean, I was all set. Like I had my plane ticket booked, and I kept rebooking when they kept rechanging it. I had a hotel. Like I was reaching out to people. I'm like, hey, does anybody want to split? Or I could just have anything you would recommend.
Number one, enjoy yourself. Because like it was super fun. We had such a good time. And it was a nerd out weekend. I mean, that's what happened. Number two, find people you are going to be friends with, because I still talk to, let's see, there were 18 of us. I still have relationships with probably 12 or 13 of them.
That's
just
rad.
Because you share that common experience. I mean, obviously I have Efren and Paulie. We became great friends from that, but there are other guys that were there. There were two guys I went to a football game with this past year. Because
what'd you guys see?
We went to
JD told us about that.
JD, and American Travis. We went to.
That's right.
We went to the Colts Bengals game.
JD's right by me too. Efren, JD were like all right by.
No, not JD Hoop. Justin Davis.
Oh, Justin Davis.
Yes, from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Well, now he's in West Virginia, but yes.
Well, he was always in West Virginia, but just.
He's a Reds fan.
This is about people. It's not about getting over, and it's not about how cool you can become or how popular you are. It's about finding people that have common interests and being friends with them.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. That's
part of the reason I had to take time away was because I got lost in the whole trying to be cool and fun thing.
Mm-hmm.
Meet people that you have common interests with and build friendships out of it.
That's cool.
Timmy, we some of us went to Jacksonville a few months ago for Full Gear, and within a day, we all saw Carl without his pants on. So I think
Mm.
we're
Yep.
pretty. upset.
You're here's the thing. Not everyone is gonna gel. There are a few that but like there are people that I've met that I never thought I would have met through all this. Like I've met wrestlers and I've had experiences no one's ever gonna have. And I'm not gonna talk about them because it may be breaking kayfabe and
No, you shouldn't. No, hold those sacred. Like I mean, I respect that even more. And that's the thing. Like that's why I was so amped up about it. I knew it was gonna get canceled eventually, but it was like kept changing the plane ticket, ticket to do it, and I'm like, this is gonna be an amazing.
Here's
weekend.
the thing I would also tell you, Mandic. Don't be the guy that just goes in full bore because I kind of did that. I was the guy that was like, this is, don't be cocaine-y.
Okay.
No. I think
Lay
I
back.
can say
Marky
all of
Mark
us
and the
here-
Funky Bunch. Yeah.
I think all of us here know when Top Guy Get Together happens, who exactly that individual will be. And they're not here.
They're
but
not
we-
here. It's not
but,
us. Yeah.
But we know who that person is for
Well,
sure.
here's what I can tell you. I'm back now. I'm going to be there. And I will stop cocaine guy from being cocaine because I
Please
will.
do.
Thank you.
I will call
Please
him
do.
out.
Please
And I don't
do.
even know who it is.
Checks and
Timmy,
balances.
I love you. I love you.
So, yeah,
We got pretty,
you do know who it is. We'll maybe off air we'll discuss it.
Off air, we'll talk about it.
Mandic, calm down.
It's not Mandic.
Oh, yeah. I just saw, yeah. But I mean,
That's good to know. No, this is good
Well,
advice. Like honestly,
but
I do.
But I'm serious. I mean, you will want to trust me. There are things that happen that you're just like, this is insane. Because when I went, it was Tony was at his height in what happened when, he was. I mean, they were popping on all cylinders when Tommy Rich walked into that Italian restaurant.
Somebody
we were
say something about lasagna.
Yeah, we turned into a bunch of wrestling fans that could not be contained at that point because we were just like, this is amazing. But then you kind of relax into it and you meet the people, and I guess best advice I can give for you is if you think you're getting over fanned, is that
I didn't even think of that. Yeah,
those
I
people are people too. I mean, they're
yeah.
they're great superstars, but talk to them like they're people.
I think the one thing that'll help, as weird as this is going to sound, is all the Zooms we've done with people like Hornswoggle,
absolutely,
and Rebel, and
Blue
Brooklyn
Meanie.
Brawler. But doing things like that, it's like we kind of. I mean, those are probably going to be the ones that show up. When we finally get to do something, so it won't be as bad because we'll have a little bit of a rapport by then.
But here's the thing. Think about it. When we went through, it was Bruce and Tony, and that was all he had. There was no JR. There was no Eric. There was none
Arn.
There was no AEW. Do you really think AEW is not going to send people to Conrad's thing?
Did they replicate tech? Who built that Techwood to make it look like that for the interview setup? Or was that at StarCast that they did that?
That was
StarCast.
There was no StarCast at that point. They did it there. They had the set built. I believe it was.
I didn't know if that was low key.
Yeah, no, they had it there. It was.
Is this a 3 1/4 star match? Because I'm pretty.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
These guys are beating the shit out of each other. I'll give them that.
They are. Yeah.
It's legit. Yeah.
No, that's cool to know. I didn't think of that part. I was just looking to connect, and we live, and that's the other thing is we live together. We the six of us live together in an Airbnb.
Yeah.
Were you in a hotel at least with that was quick.
That's what she said.
Sneaky power slam, bruh.
It was the Oklahoma Stampede.
And by the way, I wish I could be Zoltar right now for him. Be like, in 5 years, excuse me, 7 years, you're going to be doing Brawl for All.
say no.
You're gonna get knocked the fuck out.
I really hope Jesus.
Starcast.
I really hope Starcast in Chicago happens this year. Because I've already talked to Silva and a couple other people, and I'm in the volunteer gang. But I think, easily, and what was kind of gonna help me from fanboying out also is I'm not looking forward. Of course I am. I don't want to make it sound like I'm not, but I'm not looking as much forward to meeting the wrestlers as I am to meeting us.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
and
keep yourself great. Yeah, that best advice I can offer. Like, meeting the wrestlers is great, but some of the best people I've met, Dave Silva. I love Dave.
Yeah,
I love Dave.
Every interaction I've had with Silva's been great.
Jeff
Silva's
Jewett,
a great man.
Jeff Jewett is one of the nicest dudes you could meet.
That dirty
Ever.
Colts fan. He's a dirty Colts fan.
Jewett and I apparently are getting ready to. Dr. Death also has no nipples. We're getting ready to.
What the fuck?
Bond possibly over our mutual love of Roddy Piper. So.
Love me some Jeff Jewett. Pondwater Dave.
Dave's
Pondwater
great.
Dave is amazing.
I had a very. I didn't. He was there that first weekend. Pondwater Dave's a great guy.
Yeah, we've had Dave on the show. He's awesome.
I know Jay-Z is kind of ducked out of the spotlight. Jay-Z, nice guy. Lots of great people.
Cassio Kid, he's fun.
Oh, come on. Love Cat. Like, me and Cassio and we spent some time together in an Uber in Vegas with Corey Ryan Forrester.
Oh my Lord.
Pretty sure that Uber driver is never going to be the same. Big Booty Judy was there with us.
See,
yeah, that poor Uber driver.
I'm going to mark out more for Corey Ryan Forrester than I am for half the wrestlers at Starcast.
Absolutely. I would, and I've said this multiple times, I would give one of my children away to get him on the show.
Corey has certainly built his brand.
Well, it's an easy thing to say, Phil, when you have 17 children.
Yeah, I know.
But no, Corey is a super nice guy. Cassio, super nice guy. Big Booty Judy. She's a little timid, but yeah, they're all nice people. Just
she get on the mic at when they were doing Ask Silva Anything, or was that Silva's wife? Who got on the mic when they were in the pool? I'm trying to think of that.
Well, did she have blonde hair or brunette?
Well, they didn't have video.
It wasn't video. Then.
I guess it had been red hair or brunette.
I think it was Silva's wife.
I think it was Silva.
Pretty sure it was Silva's wife.
Silva is extremely complicated. Yeah.
And then we got Hammered Conrad.
Mm-hmm.
He was toasty at the end of that show.
He was feeling no pain.
He's still very nice.
Oh, I don't. And that's like, it's not even the wrestlers. It's Conrad too. Like, that's like in my head. I'm like, how the fuck am I not gonna freak out the first time I meet Conrad?
No, see, I think you said so. Yeah, I would be more worried about the I just want to see that ECW sign.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I want to see.
But
hey, can you take me to your house?
Yeah, right. It's intimidating to me in my head to get ready to meet the guy that's responsible for this community he's made.
Yep.
That's the amazing thing. Like, from the time I stepped away to the time that I'm back, he's like, Conrad is amazing. That's about all I can say about it.
He told me in December, because that was the first time we advertised Ephraim was coming on. And he told me in a DM, well, first he said it publicly, and then we DM'd after that he would come on the show. But he was going on vacation with the family first and everything else in January, Megan's birthday. So I didn't even ask, because I figured that would be rude, because he just told me he's going to do all these things. It's February now. He's picked up 3 podcasts in the meantime. I'm not going to ask him.
I would not ask.
No.
And
by the way, Kurt Angle show, amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
And
gosh, yeah.
I feel, by the way, that's awesome. It's probably my number 2 behind Bruce right now. I mean, that's fabulous.
Can I do it? Can I do it once at least just to?
Yes, you can.
Hold on, I need it.
I don't know what you're gonna do, but yes, go ahead and do it.
While I'm waiting for Carl, Timmy, Conrad actually, when I was going back and forth with Thunder Rosa to get her on the show, I didn't know the etiquette for stuff like this. I just wrote out a really good freaking pitch, emailed it to her, and to my surprise, eventually got a response. And I'm like, all right, I don't know etiquette or protocol about, when to respond and how long to wait to respond back and all this other stuff. And there were a lot of little things to it. And I reached out to Conrad and he actually helped me out a little bit with that. Gave me some pointers.
And all right, first off, this is a podcast. I don't want to sound like people that get on here and say, well, I know this person. I know that. All right. I don't know these people. I've had interactions with these people.
Right.
These are my interactions with them, and they've been fabulous.
I enjoy. Oh no, go ahead. Keep going.
You might bring me up to Tony, and Tony might know who I am.
Lights just went out and the show's still going.
The power.
Please, Bruno, stop talking. Get them out. Get all 70 people leaving. But trust me, you guys will have a blast, and I can't wait for it because I can't wait to get back to normalcy.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't wait to meet all of you. I think it's going to be fabulous.
Oh, it's going to be great.
I was more nervous walking into the Airbnb than I was seeing Tony again. Because I'd already met him once or twice at least once. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go and say hi. But I was more nervous for that. I do like Kurt when he's like, so you were in a pizza commercial. Is that right, Kurt? That's right, Conrad. Just a lot of that Chex Mix bag crumpling sound. I don't know why it now it's become like a Pavlovian dog thing now. He's always eating that damn chicken snacks.
Yeah, chicken snacks.
I got to say this. So Chris Hero, the new Chris Hero podcast, I like Chris Hero. He's a great performer, great promo guy and everything. Sometimes I have to, and not for any other reason, because I'm not saying he's bad at what he does.
Don't die, Frank.
Sorry, my bad.
The tone of his voice never changes from the start of the podcast to the end of the podcast. It doesn't matter if he's talking about something negative.
He's a robot.
So I can already I was wrestling in this match one time and I got knifed in the balls, and that was a pretty unique experience. And then afterwards, I couldn't find a booker to pay me, but it's okay because at the end, I learned a lot about being knifed in the balls. But we'll talk about that some other time.
Well, see, here's the thing: is you have Chris Hero who's telling that story about being knifed in the balls by some indie promoter, and then you have Kurt who's being talked about knifing in the balls by Vince. So yeah. I mean.
It kills me how that dude never there's no change in his voice tone at all. It's great, but I have to be awake to listen to him. I'm not saying he's boring, but it's like, people like Kurt Angle or Bruce or Tony, they have their ups and their downs, just one tone.
Conrad has literally got me to the point where I don't have time to listen to everything. I never thought that was going to happen. But I literally don't have time to listen to everything. I have to pick and choose now.
I'm almost to that point.
I know. I'm fully at that point.
That's great though, because
yes,
look look how many people he can pull in. The man is a genius. Just you talk about meeting him. When you meet him, shut the fuck up and listen to what he's talking about, because he knows a lot.
I love the Ask Conrad Anything. I've learned a lot about a lot of things, not wrestling things, just life lessons in general off that show.
He's great.
Did you go to the soul food place? Was that on there? Did you guys end up there? Because that was on the docket for this past one. Did you guys go to a soul food place?
Yeah, we did.
How was it?
Okay, so the problem with the soul food place, their food is great, by the way.
Yeah, that's all I want.
What's it called?
They got a pork.
Mama D's or something.
Mama D. Yes. Yeah.
Problem with the soul food place is they took us there on Saturday for dinner, and this place has a set menu, set amount. They have projections what they're going to sell.
Oh,
well, the problem was when we got there, a lot of people had already been there.
Oh,
so
they'll run out.
No, we're crossing that off the menu, crossing that. But the food was great.
That's the one place I did want to go. I was like,
it's good.
God, I just want to go there.
I don't stop because you're making me that guy. I don't want to be the guy that's like, oh, I know all this. I have all this in. No,
No. I don't mean that. I just, that's the one I got most excited. I was looking at the itinerary. I'm like, oh,
is Dave Silva's Quinceanera breakfast on there?
Oh, I think it's called the Alabama Rim Job.
Oh. No, Efren wasn't. Well, he may be there at that one. I don't know.
Yeah, 6'5". If there's a pickup basketball game, feed it to the big man down in the post.
You haven't seen? He's also 6'5" around, so that doesn't help.
Oh.
But I figured he would be good at handling balls. So,
I mean,
and he's good at back
might
into
be
the post.
better at the javelin throw.
the limp-wristed Revenge of the Nerds.
That was great.
Yeah.
I reacted. Listen to me like I'm an old man. I responded to one of Efren's tweets like,
all right, are we still recording?
Yeah.
I'm going to get another beer.
Okay.
Stop the recording. Call it a day. Who closes it?
We're done? Are we done? We gonna stop this here?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna stay on, but
are you gonna ask us
close the recording down?
Wrap it,
Do I need to?
No. Please.
Okay. Well,
I was gonna ask you
to get
not
another
to.
beer.
We just watched Two Monkeys Funkin' an Orange. Like I don't think we need to discuss it.
Nope. Thank God. Thank you for that.
So, and we watched Colonel De Beers again. Can't get away from that fucking guy. I know. So, Timmy C's awesome. That's the message of this episode.
Absolutely.
I can see now that I have in speaker view. I'm graying way faster than I cared for. Anyone else have anything? Why cry?
That show was garbage, which is what we do here. I wanted to say, what I was saying before is, when we first started this show, one Funko Pop, I've got 65 now, and I'm about to get my 4th and 5th championship title. So this show has definitely increased my collection. But
yes.
love you all, and that show was hot garbage, but Timmy C made it better.
Also, Frank, I don't know what it is with your camera. Let me go ahead and spotlight Frank here for a second. I don't know what it is with your camera, but the music video, what was the like they turned into cartoons, the 80s song?
Take on me.
Yes, you look like one of the characters from that video.
Take on me.
Like you look like you're turning cartoon right in front of us.
In a day or two.
I love it. Next.
He actually almost hit that high note.
Good luck. Good luck. What shit? What are words? Good luck following that. Who's next?
I will, because of Timmy, I went and finally stopped procrastinating and bought some Saved by the Pod merch. And you can do that by going to savedbythepod.com. Listen to Saved by the Pod on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. You can catch us on YouTube, also on your podcast platforms.
Mandic?
This is the single most cathartic couple hours of my week. No girlfriend, no pity, no martyr BS. I love doing this each and every single week. As bad as that show was, and that was a lot worse than I remember it being, that was one of the coolest chats. And I love the fact that if you compare and contrast what feels like yesterday to me, it feels like we just had on Sean Jones and Amy like a day ago.
It was last week.
I know it was last week, but it feels like to me like the week flew by. And here we are watching this, archaic, bad, as opposed to this,
What'd you watch last week?
NXT TakeOver Phoenix 2019.
Which is just beautiful.
Tremendous.
I mean,
Nothing good comes from
Hey,
Phoenix.
are we still pinned on Frank's screen?
Hey.
No.
Maybe you
Shouldn't
are.
be. Am I? Oh, I am. Oh boy. Oh, we've just been staring at Frank the whole time.
Oh, I've been
that's
biting my fingernails and everything. That's great.
That's what I do on every episode. So
You
there's
stare at
nothing
Frank?
wrong
My
with
lord,
that.
there it is.
She
But
does.
no, the
I also stare at Frank.
Oh
boy,
boy.
almost knocked over that candle.
I mean, in that shirt, how could you not?
True. I love this. This is by far my favorite design.
They're
By the
comfy,
way,
aren't they?
They are.
My favorite's the long sleeve tee GI Joe.
It's the one advantage we have on Conrad is we don't offer the sandpaper shirts. All of ours are the soft style.
Best.
Now you can get Conrads with the soft style because that's how I buy mine from him.
I do now. When I first got the Box of Gimmicks shirt,
I haven't got my Top Guy stuff. I don't know that I ever got my Low Key Big Hog stuff, but that may just be Silva playing a rib on
actually,
me.
I never have either. I've never gotten a box from Low-Key Big Hog.
I was to say Frank got his and I got
You
mine.
do both?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do too. Yeah.
I do too.
Are you guys all independently wealthy or what?
Well, I paid my Top Guy for the year.
Yeah.
So 1,080.
I have no children.
Jimmy, are you guys gonna have a Patreon? Because I already told everybody that when you
Yeah.
guys do, I want in.
It might be in the works. We're working on.
Right.
All right.
So
Good. You guys are a great focus group. What should we price that at? About $9,000 a month.
Yep. That's it.
Sounds good.
well, I would. Hope,
I'm
I
in.
hope
Book
not.
it.
Yeah, no. No. Don't. I'm gonna
You
go.
know,
against
hey, you know,
Frank and
he's
say,
a
please
prayer.
Don't do that.
I say, I know you're a price point guy. No, Timmy, I think you listen, I'm not blowing smoke. I just want to say that. Well, there goes that. Something all
You drop something
I'm
every
just
show.
breaking everything. Fuck
You
it.
drop something every show.
Yep. Drop it. Map it.
Drop it. If I can point you in the direction of my map.
Yeah, if you can just take a look at this is Shandekity. I don't even think that's how it's pronounced.
Have you guys heard of
Anyways,
Brazil, Indiana.
Mexico. The advice, the insight, and again, this is such a great couple of it is the most cathartic time that I get to have and hang out and just talk about whatever, because the conversation just takes itself wherever it wants to go. And I'm excited to be I don't know, there's not a day that goes by that I have a down day about being a part of this community. Oh, and Nitro Girls were super fun this morning. They were too.
I missed that. I'm so upset.
I was in the
truck. They would have loved me.
Super cool.
I mean, how could they not, Timmy? I mean, you'd have to fight them off with a stick.
I believe the proper phrase, you have to beat them off with a stick.
I wish we would have played Guess My Age before we started this, before I said the army thing.
Hey, TJ, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Phil. You're good.
I do have some words to say real quick, not to us, but to our audience. And I'd appreciate it if you pin me on the screen for this.
You are.
I'm not pinned.
Oh, you want me to pin you?
Yes, please.
You selfish bastard.
Well, I need to speak directly to our audience here. It's pretty heartfelt.
You're on. Well, we're waiting.
We're waiting for you to speak.
So, they say all shows are created equal. But you look at Top Gun Theater and you look at everything else, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally, if you watch another show, you get a 50-50 chance of being entertained. But we're a viral freak, and we aren't normal. So other show, so you got a 50-50 chance of being entertained at best. So other shows, you get a 25% chance to be entertaining. And then you add generic podcasts to the mix. Your chances of being entertained drastically go down. You see, the three-way at Sacrifice generic podcasts have a 33 and 1/3 chance of not sucking. But we got a 66 and 2/3 chance of entertaining you because other wrestling shows know they can't beat us and aren't even going to try. So generic podcast, you take your 33 and 1/3 chance minus our 25% chance, and you get an 8 and 1/3 chance of being a decent show at Sacrifice. But then you take our 75% chance of entertaining if it goes one-on-one, then add the 66 and 2/3% chance. We've got a 141 and 2/3 chance of entertaining you at Sacrifice. See, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for the competition at Sacrifice.
You want a pin for that?
So make sure you watch listen to Saved by the Podcast.
Because you've got at least an 80% chance of being entertained.
I didn't get any of that fucking math he was.
That was
It was the Scott Steiner.
Scott Steiner math.
Is that?
I was just wondering why I was being pinned for it.
Scott Steiner's, bad math. It's almost like Sid. You are half the man that I,
that I
half
am.
the brain. Yeah, we're live, pal.
We're live, pal. Anyone else? Closing thoughts before we shut this shit down.
My co-hosts are going to be really pissed off because I'm always too honest on everything. So
I love it.
They don't. It's cool.
All right. Well, before Timmy C buries himself any farther, we'll say
correct with my two co-hosts.
This has been Top Guy Theater. We'll see you next week. I don't know who's on anymore. We've gone through our schedule.
I'll be back.
Michael McClanahan next week.
Michael McClanahan next week. That's right. Night of Champions 2011.
Yes.
That should be actually average. Until then, take it easy out there.